now approaching the final pick, and what a ride it's been.
A moment of hesitation, but we're getting closer to the game changer, and what a legendary journey we've been on.
I mean, there's so many excellent options, but one of them has to be a perfect fit.
Oh, they're about to lock in.
Oh, what a pick!
What a way to close things out.
Book your next hotel stay in Madrid with Marriott Bonvoy. A check-in at every checkpoint.
Red Bull gives you wings.
No, on to 5! What an ulti!
What an incredible play there from...
Oh, that was incredible! You love to see it.
Right, yeah, let's really
What
get into...
a move! He's just so good. I mean, the persistence, the patience to find the angle. You just don't see that from rookies. He's got it all. He's got the pizzazz.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Ooh, that looks good. Do you want to maybe share a little bit? Yeah.
What a move!
Want to level up beyond the Rift? Express like a legend and find your fastest server in one tap. Express in game without ISP throttling. Express and shield yourself from DDoS attacks. Express and choose the VPN trusted by gamers everywhere. Express VPN. Experience gaming the Express way. Fast, stable, competitive. It's time to Express. Scan to start your 14-day free trial. Subscribe to unlock free Hextech chests and keys.
The human body was built to move. Not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
And welcome back to another round of GB Sports. This time around, it's GX who's going to be testing their skills on the Rift with a bit of Nuno Drift. Gentlemen, are you two ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yep.
All right, start your engines. And then in 3, 2, 1, go!
Why didn't proc item? He didn't proc item, this donkey.
Let's go, Noah.
But what?
No right click, Noah.
This guy, you need to...
He's full taking, by the way.
No.
Look,
No,
he's full cheating.
Dude, let's go!
Dude, let's go! Get the cheater, nice.
Dude.
But like
Look, dude,
I don't know that, but
I mean, Noah is so boosted.
he's
That's why you can't tell. He's walking! He's not riding the ball!
He's just
What
walking.
is actually?
Look, he's actually walking. He's walking! You don't deserve to win, but he's losing anyway.
No.
Wait, Noah's coming in fast here. June's going fast.
Look,
But why you
he's
stop-
walking.
But why you stop the ball?
Wait. No way!
Oh my god.
What is he doing?
Last lap, going into the last lap.
What is June? Oh, wait, June is BMing actually.
Last lap, Noah can
you
still
not
take
follow?
it despite everything.
Oh, June is faster. June is way faster.
The checkered
Oh
flag
my
is
God.
out.
What is
Why
this?
is Karma cancelling the ball? Can I know
I
it? Look.
don't know. I don't know.
No, they're both crashing. They're both crashing.
June won, no?
June takes it.
The cheater lost. The cheater lost.
Jackies, please come to the stage. Noah, you can join the couch instead. Jackies, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, gentlemen, start your engines. And then in 3, 2, 1, go!
So slow. What the? Oh my God, Jackie, you're so boosted. I can't believe it.
Oh, looks like Jackie's having some issues with the engine.
What?
But
He can't crash into another car, June. You need to pass him.
Oh my God, June.
How is he that fast?
He's taking over.
Why should we step this actually? I don't know. I didn't find the trick actually.
Jackie's losing a bit of speed on the straight there.
Actually, Jackie just walk. Just walk. Take it here, worse than me, bro. I mean, June is the king.
What?
Oh no, you are.
And we're going into the last lap. Whoever gets first here takes it. June already halfway through. Jackie's just getting started.
Yeah, I'm getting left. Oh my God.
Jackie's having major issues. And once again, it's June who takes it. Drift King over here.
Let's go.
You're boosted, Jackie.
Jackies, do you want to finish this?
Can I 1v1 no after?
And we're on to the other bracket. Got Lot and Isma ready to compete. There's not much more to say. Let's start your engines, boys. 3, 2, 1, go! It's a slow start for Isma.
It's fine. You can do it.
Lot is a choker, Isma. You got this. Good.
Stick close, bro. Stick close.
A lot of encouragement from the couch.
Nice.
No.
Go.
Guys, don't worry.
You're a gold fan.
Guys, don't worry. I have my secret strat if it goes to shit, okay? My secret strat. I can't tell you what it is.
If you teleport, you're cheating.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Almost halfway off the field right now. Isma definitely struggling with this one.
Tier 1 to tier 3, by the way.
Oh, there's definitely struggling with the engine
Yeah, this
over
is
there.
last
Not
one.
on the final lap now. Isma would have to make a comeback of the century.
Isma, you know what to do. Isma, do the thing. Isma. No!
Is it final lap?
It's final. And
I won!
Nice. The only time that I saw you, it was on the start.
you can go home and feel like a winner, but Lot is the one who's going to be advancing.
What? Why?
What do you mean?
I don't know why.
Gentlemen, are you two ready?
Yeah.
Lot,
Of
you ready?
course.
Alright, then you may start your engine for the final time tonight.
Let's go, June.
Let's go, June.
Let's go,
3,
June.
You win this. This is June.
2,
Let's go, June.
1.
Let's go, June.
Go!
Wait, what is that?
What? Why you?
I was rooting.
Let's go, June.
was rooting.
Let's go.
Just
He's already, okay, June, you will come back. I
June, you
trust
got this. June, you got this.
Easy.
Top speed, that's
Junior,
a good
kind of
grip
slow.
over there.
Junior,
for
kind of slow.
Bro, look at June movement.
Junior, kind of slow. What? I stopped the engine. What?
He stopped the engine. Wait, his
Both
engine
players are
broke.
stopping their engines!
His engine broke.
Junior, Beladio.
We have seen some unconventional pit stops today. Going in on the second lap.
You will win.
Wait.
Which one of you put a target dummy on the field?
That was a fan. That was a fan.
Oh no. No, June.
June, you got this.
No.
I don't know what to make of that final. It was sabotaged by Isma.
I mean, actually, I did my bad.
The only time that I see you guys was on the start line, you know?
It's not always fair in sports.
GG
Scumbag Isma rigging the game. GG's a lot. That was the final of GB Sports Nuno Drift.
Always fun to have GB Sports here with GX. Let's see if they can be as fast in their series today against BDS. Crossplay decider once again. One team will go home, the other one will advance in playoffs. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. You're matching. You look so good.
Oh, what can we say? The style is really smooth today.
Yeah.
That's what we are.
The Burgundy boys. I want to talk about GX because we just saw them right now. What is the expectation for this team here today? I would say they have the upper hand against BDS, but against, is it going to be Genjix? Is it going to be GINXD? What do we think here?
I mean,
they look great though.
I feel like they have so much potential. We've been hearing again and again their scrim performance. And I believe in scrims. I think scrims are very real. I think they've just underperformed before, but they're going to have an easy series today against BDS.
I'm not sold. I'm not sold.
You're such a GX hater.
I'm not sold on GX. Now, I want to be translucent here. Transparent. I don't want
where did he go?
But I think that coming into the day, GX should be the favorite. Like,
okay, there we go.
Against BDS, I want to see them come in and show a dominating performance because I want to believe in GX. I know I'm not doing it right now, but I want to believe in this team.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with my fellow Scandinavians here. I think from what we've seen from GX and from how little we've seen from BDS, this could honestly just be a 3-0 today with the performance we saw from their regular season compared to BDS.
I gotta say, they never won a best of 5. Sample size of 1, which means that usually they don't even make it there.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't been like an extremely successful organization in general, but I think, I don't know, Noah and Jun, you know, they have good pieces. I feel like that they've been building on. You've seen the improvements in Isma. I think Jackie's has been kind of a question mark for me, that I don't feel like he's been growing as much as the rest of the team, and he's kind of been the same player for so long.
I mean, I can agree with the fact that maybe not as much as the rest, because I feel the rest of GX has really grown. But I still think the Jackies that we saw coming into summer, at least the first couple of games, I was impressed with his early games. I don't think he was caught out as much. He is still getting caught, but he's still making the same mistakes. But I'm definitely seeing a player where I think he's growing. He might not be growing to the extent that you would want him to with the rest of GX, but I'm still seeing improvements in the champion pool department, for example.
I feel like him and Isma are working super well together, though. The pair really got better working together.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Jack is a lot of question marks. I am excited for this top matchup a little bit. I want to see how Lot goes against Rooster, because I want to talk about Rooster a little bit, because this guy is exciting. Now, GB, when I point at you, you say one thing and one thing only. I'm going to bring up some stats from Rooster right now.
Okay.
417 goal difference at 14.
First in the league.
13 CSD at 14.
Is it first in the league?
It's first in the league. 26% damage share.
Is it
what
first from a top laner?
From a top laner.
First in the league?
Now, if we bring all those stats together,
and that's
best laner in the league.
First in the league?
Rooster.
Yeah, okay.
That's what we say. That's what we're doing.
I'm sold on the Rooster point, but do you guys feel like it's going to be enough for BDS, who honestly has been struggling a lot? I was having a discussion with Pad actually yesterday after Vitality won. He gave me his insights and thoughts on BDS, so let's check it out and we'll come back after this.
BDS has not found an identity throughout the split and have looked at when we've played them as well.
All right.
It feels like Bukada is stuck between like being a carry resource or a dog jungler for the team, and they haven't really mastered either style, so they're just kind of average at both. And I think if you are average at 2 styles and haven't mastered it, we've been there before, then you're gonna lose games.
I mean, I completely agree with Pat and this, because I think we've all, when we were preparing coming into this week, we were like, what is their identity? And we came up with this, because we frankly really have no clue. I think they've made substitutions throughout the split. I don't think that helped them in their journey to finding out who they are. They've now had a break week where they now had time to try and figure it out themselves. And for me, if they haven't figured out to have a clear identity today, they'll get 3-0'd. Like, if they're showing nothing else from them, that we're seeing, they'll get through notes. I'd love to hear, like, what do you guys want to see from them now?
To me, you made this bet on Bukata. You signed him from SK, you got him into BDS, you removed 113 who was volatile but had a clear identity. Yet, so far, I really haven't seen what Bukata's identity is within this team. Is he someone that facilitates his lanes very well? Does he put on the carry pants? What does he bring? And I want to see Bukata. What did you say?
What do you want?
I want to see Bukata come in and show what game he's the best at. I want to see him drive the game forward and come in with some new ideas, because I think BDS, frankly, is severely lacking in that department.
I think kicking 113 was just a mistake, honestly. I think they had developed such a good style around him, and that it took them a long time, but it was very similar to Giant X with Isma, that they had to figure out how can they play with such an aggressive early game jungler that wants to invade, wants to do all these things, and they were getting there. You could see them improving, and now with Bukata, it's just so, it's lifeless.
I mean, it certainly is, but I mean, we still have to have some sort of hope, some sort of way we can point towards this team where they might find a win condition, right?
What
if I were to make a checklist right now...
Is it Rooster?
I mean, I don't think it's Rooster personally, but it is. it could be yours, Finn. That could be your checklist we're looking back at later. For me, I'm looking at Ice, right? And I think it's super easy because I want Bukata to be purely facilitation. He can be a dog jungler, as Pat was talking about, and he can just be playing for that bot lane. You can be playing for a guy that loves to play Sari in the late game, that loves to play the Jinx in the late game, and you just make simple comps. I don't think they can play complicated at all. They need to make it as simple as possible if they want a chance today, and I'm seeing their main win condition at least be Ice, in my opinion.
You believe in Rooster, you believe in Ice. What do you have, Jack? Come on. One light of hope.
One light of hope. Maybe. I think he's just had really good laning phases, he's had really good performances, and he's been kind of elo held on this roster throughout the whole year. So if there's someone that can step up, I think it's him.
Big task ahead of a really good performing GX today for BDS. We have Nuke actually standing by with Genie in the Marriott Bonvoy pre-game check-in.
Genie here, joined with Nuke from BDS ahead of their matchup against GX for that slot in the playoffs. Let's start things off looking at the year as a whole. You guys have had quite the time to acclimate, get used to one another. We've seen different iterations of different identities that BDS has tried so far this year. According to you, which one is the strongest identity from BDS, and is that what we're going to see today?
I think the strongest identity of BDS would be, I mean, like when you think of BDS, it's like mostly like Neon Mages, Ice and Hyper Carry, the type of stuff. I think in this meta it's fitting pretty well, but we have Rooster in the top lane and Bukata, which I like to play with Rooster in early game, and especially since Rooster is very good in lane, I think we have so many like threats, I would call it threat, to just have good lead in early games. So I think if we all win lane, that's how we will win today, so
okay.
I hope we will win.
Just remember to win lane, win game. Fair enough. Doesn't always work in solo queue though. But you're talking about the early game specifically, and that's something that GX is very good at as well. They tend to struggle a little bit more when it comes to that mid game, which does make them more unpredictable. In that sense, how do you prepare for someone that is so unpredictable, and what is the biggest threat that they then have against you?
I mean, like you said, I think their biggest strength is the early game. So I think if we match them, and that's also related to what I said, like with the early game, if we actually win early game, I think this team is blocked, like mentally blocked. So today, like you just win early game, and then they will feel like not in their comfort zone, and they will just collapse in mid game. So yeah.
That's a little bit easier said than done, though. I feel like
of course, you have to click better, of course. So.
Okay, it's going to come down to the clicks. Fair. But in that regards as well, when it comes to you as an individual player, you've been on BDS for quite a while, and you've seen the iteration of BDS where it was the gatekeeper to the top slots in the league. And now there is a world that we live in where potentially you guys will not even make it to the summer playoffs. You'll be out early. So in that regards, when it comes to these very clutch moments, how do you as a player prepare for that?
I mean, this year as a whole was a bit of a disaster, I think, in a lot of aspects. I think 2024 was probably the worst year of my life, even. Like, it's been 9 months of, like, suffer, kinda. And today, it's the do or die every time. And I think that's the best moment, because what you suffer for all along, what you've been through since the start, you can just put it all now, because now, if you win, you win. There is no, like, past doesn't matter. So, yeah, like putting everything today. So.
All right. That's a lot of pressure, but also a really great mentality to be heading into this game. You're going to be going up against GX for that final slot in the playoffs here for summer 2025 at the LEC, and it starts now.
qualifying and actually going and playing on Madrid. I think it's always kind of like a dream. There's KC, Koi, G2, Fnatic, which is always top 4 kinda. You are either dark horse or you are out.
Qualifying for the Madrid Roadshow, it means that the run for Worlds is still alive. So to me, it would mean everything.
Teams still winning, how can I flop on the rise and it just can't drop?
I can do way better than what we've showed so far. I would have a few weeks to prepare and do something good in the playoffs. We showed a lot of promise when I think against MKOI and KC we could have for sure won. But that will not stop us from reaching the goal. Some of my previous experience, it was all about reaching worlds, reaching finals, and that's it. G2 is definitely looking to push more.
Immediately descend on this is here. He drives an upset, he's all the damage remaining. Another flick from Cap, and in the meantime, Oscar's just getting solo bowled on the bottom side.
We have all our chances to be the best team.
After the loss against C2, it helped us a lot to see what we have to really improve on. It opened our eyes. We will be a way better team in playoffs.
5K getting lower, the three of them locked up perfectly. Kobe ready for a montage, goes in, finds two, immediate follow-up. It's a complete disaster.
I was really expecting to go to MSI. 2 weeks, it was just full of anger. Like, I'm not there, I could have been there.
To engage, even though Series Charge doesn't work, Pop Blossom on the back end. Calling was found everyone, Kalist close, but he wins it out in the end. We go from nothing to everything.
And it would be good to take my revenge in front of the Spanish community.
It has happened already in the past that people don't really value us, so I also take it as an actual opportunity as well to prove them wrong.
Needs this knocker coming from an angle with the Cyclone in Jojo! Oh, he's ended the show! Nice!
I will make Blue World proud.
But of course today, before we get into playoffs, is our final cross-play decider, where one team will be going home and one team will get to make it through to see if they can finally close that run into Madrid. I'm Asterix. And alongside me is Andrew Vedieste, a man who can reach into the minds of those noble, young and smart, dumb alike and bring out the best.
That was quite the introduction. Not quite sure where you were going.
I found out that you're a study psychologist today, so I figured we needed to tell the world.
Okay, yes, it's true. I do have a degree, but here I am, commentating on video games.
Yep, you can tell us the psychology of a player.
I cannot do that, because that's not what my degree... I cannot read minds. That is a common misconception.
At the disappointing start of the series, I'm not going to lie, especially when GX and BDS are fighting against Death's Door here for a best of 5. Two teams who I think have been trying to develop their identities over the year. One has been more successful than another, as another has grossly reshaped its roster.
Well, I think we find ourselves in an interesting situation where GX come in as heavy favorites, which is a very different conversation to what we were having last year, where, as we've been hearing throughout ReadyCheck, BDS were largely gatekeepers to the top 3. They were a roster that was difficult to get through if you wanted to reach the upper echelons of the LEC. And this year, as you've identified, they have been struggling. They've been trying to find their identity. Whereas for GX, we've been hearing the rumors, and the rumors continue. The scrim performances of this team.
Yeah.
But can they consistently convert it into these stage performances? Because this is a team that they are capable of getting leads, do not get me wrong. But whether they close out the game is still a bit of a question.
I love their early game. I think GX's early game, the first 15, say 20 minutes of the game is very enjoyable, but it's how it all piles together. With a lead, this team is not very successful. We're about to find out if they've fixed that issue going into pick ban here. For game number 1, Clear, already taken off the board in our new patch. And I think importantly enough to note as well, that Sion ban when yesterday, it was a B1 pick in our last best of 5.
Sion just feels very strong. It feels that across the world, there aren't that many strong answers into the very effective front line that we see on the top side of the map. The Maokai going to be taken away by GX, limiting Blackout a little bit. Admittedly, we haven't seen him bring out the Maokai so far this split. But, of course, teams having that extra week to prepare. We'll see what they bring to the stage. Of course, with the Zir being open, things aren't going to be that different, though.
No, they're not. I mean, you don't have the Talia going into it. How easy.
Ja ne vidim, Sakane, šta je problem da mi vas dvojica vodite stream. Ako ćemo iskreno, ali ajde, ako insistiraš, tu sam ja, nije problem.
I always think back to Knight bringing out the Zigs into the Zir over in the LPL earlier on.
Sve je to okej, sad ćemo zovemo i Mareta da vidimo šta on radi. I fiksat ćemo mikrofon, pošto mi zvuči malo čudno.
We're going to be seeing the Ziggs in the mid lane. Of course, Ziggs receiving a bunch of buffs over various patches and moving into the mid lane now. His wave clear is something that can match that of the Aziz.
Ok, mislim bi sad trebalo da bude i više nego dobro. Zovemo Mareta, Mara legenda, veliki poz. Šta ima?
Poz. Pa, ne, ništa. Radi se.
Imam jedan fun fact. Juče dok je bilo finale IBL-a bio je i Lec.
Da, znam, Rali, ja smo čuo sam kad smo došli u režiju, rekli su mi da ima i Lec. Ja sam pratio malo preko Reddita.
Tako da, eto, Vitality je dobio heretike, pa čisto da napomenemo ljudima koji nisu ispratili to. To, nažalost, mi juče nisu mogli to da pokrijemo, uzet ću obzir da smo radili finale IBL-a, ali eto, svakako pobedila ekipa koja su manje više očekivali da će da pobedi. Danas, da su Giants i favorit ulazeći u ovo, svakako od danas pa do kraja meseca, svaki dan je po jedan best of 5, eto čisto da znate šta nas očekuje i šta se događa.
Dolazi nam kraj sezone polako. Baš je nekako... Uvek je nekako meni lično bio čudan osjećaj kada krene onako kraj sezone da dolazi. Jer kao, čak i pre nego što sam počeo da kastujem, naravno, kao navijač samo. Jer ono kao, najbitniji turnir stiže i onda posle toga ima 3 meseca ničega nema.
Istina, bude malo čudno, mislim ako ništa, ajde imat ćemo ML, imat ćemo Worlds, tako da bar ćemo nešto moći da pratimo što se Ola tiče. Ali ćemo šta će biti kao Zig, Zez, nešto... Jo, ne znam si vidio sad na Ezu, to me mnogo zanima u stvari, mnogo mi je drago što je Ez pikovan. Jer sad se builda Voltaik na Ezrealu, tako da baš me zanima kako će to da izgleda.
Mislim, builduje se na Atroxu nekad, tako da nekako mi nije tako čudno da vidim i na Ezu.
Mislim, u late gameu, definitivno imaš dosta E-ova, pa onda bacaš E i onda dobijaš taj extra damage, mislim da ima neki potencijal. Ali kao, mislim da se ne zove taj skoro nikad nije buildao, tako da... I ovaj game vidim da je opcija, jer kao Vajka, Isa, Azir, sve to skriši. Morao sam da kinem, pardon. Ali kao, ima tu damage-a, ima tu ugla za Voltaik. Sakran je za burst. Sad se možda vraćate neki Litality, one shot, ono, burst i Ezreal. I dalje je to Trinity, dalje je to Muramana i sve ostalo, ali... Ja sam samo video na Twitteru, a nisam video u gameu. Tako da me jako raduje i baš me zanima da vidim šta će biti ugao.
And it's something that he has agency on, which we want to see from Rooster.
Ali,
we kind of look at him as one of the better performing players on the
šta ja znam, možda... Ne znam, mislim, ima solidne statove, ne mogu da kažem da nema. S je čempion koji može da builduje sve, svašta, baš, tako da... Ima tipa kako daje AD-a, tipa 60-a, 50 nešto, 60, tako nešto. I daje solidan Litality, malo ability haste, tako da... Kao, čak i po statovima nije nužno loše, samo ne znam šta izbaciš iz builda.
Nisam siguran, ja sam vidio treći item Voltaik i nakon toga mislim da je bio gotov game, tako da malo je teško provaliti šta i kako, ali...
Jer kao mogu da vidim četvrti, da ideš Shojin i onda ideš Voltaik.
Ne, Muramana da...
Treći mi je malo čudno.
Muramana Trinity Voltaik je bio, da. Ko zna, možda je samo imao, mislim, u teoriji ako te ništa ne dire, ne želiš bonus health. Već imaš health plus Trinity, tako da mislim da je fine ako si full safe. A s druge strane, ok, ako Raka ne dođe od tebe, imaš neki cleanse, imaš free DPS, vidimo taj kao solidnu opciju, tako da vidjet ćemo. Vidjet ćemo šta je ugao, svakako. Biće dosta interesantno, eto da ispratimo šta se tu događa, šta će buildati. Svako, kažem, Giantsi ulaze kao dosta veliki favoriti. Tako da ćemo vidjeti šta će moći da rade.
Ziggs u Azira je nešto što mi smo spominjali, ali ne vidimo ikada.
Da, mislim, ljudi su prestali da buildaju... Prestali su da buildaju to jest da igraju, pardon, artiljeri midževe u Azira iz nekog razloga.
Let's see what GX can do in the early game, what damage they can do, and if they fix the said damage during the regular season, got a bit more people in the crowd today rearing to go as GX...
Danas su nam se kvalifikovala još 2 tima za Worlds.
And I have to say, it has been a long time waiting for this.
Flying Oyster.
Dobro, cool, gotivimo ih.
I PSG Talon.
Pa dobro, mislim to su ono već domaćini Worldsa, zar ne?
Da, Maple, a Karsu ćemo ponovo vidjeti. Maple koji se vratio iz penzije da igra. I izgledao je diskutabilno, je na Worldu sada.
Ma dobro, to je, ja to podržavam, to je sve okej. Biće bolje Maple. Mogu mi 100 partija za Rukija, ozbiljna priča.
That's gone by so quick. It's only been 2 years.
Yesterday, where we were calling him a rookie, but he's pretty much a veteran at this point.
He played with Odawamne, and like that guy's like 30. Yeah. Like it's crazy.
The front man for GX, the man that this organization has been.
Jer oni imaju nešto protiv ljudi koji imaju 30 plus godina, šta?
Ne razumijem što se događa ovdje, čemu to, nema veze. Sve okej.
He's definitely had some strong performances and some not so strong performances this split. But now with the time that they've had to prepare for this best of 5 series, a lot of pressure will be on all of these players because this is an elimination matchup. The winner will move on to the summer playoffs. The loser will be eliminated and their year will end. So a lot on the line here in this best of 5.
And the pressure yesterday, I think, took it to Team Heretics and was one of the reasons why we saw that team kind of fumble at the finish line, or should I say the entrance. And it was kind of sad to see, but hey, I mean, Vitality took it to them in here today. We're going to find out which direction this goes. Now, a quick reminder, because we have had that break, Giant X have had an interesting summer. And to say the least, like, their early game, like I was saying in the pre-show, or rather the pick ban, has been exceptional. One of the best early games in the league.
Yeah, and just to break down some of these numbers, that's the first blood percentage. 80% of games, they're getting themselves first blood. A 63% grub percentage. The feats of warfare, a 70% of their games. Like, this team is very good at finding these advantages in the early game. It's just in that mid game.
Ovi statovi su ono što često pričamo. Ekipa Giants uvek u early gameu izgleda giga dobro i onda posle samo se raspadne u mid to late-u, tako da vidjet ćemo kakva će biti priča, ali da, mislim da je to definitivno veliki problem koji Giantsi imaju. Jack iz prvi Srbin za 100 gema u lecu, da, je, 100%. Probali su Milica i Sakre, ali nisu ipak mogli da...
Akri.
Da stignu Jack iza moćnog.
Are we just excited for, what was it, Canon? Guys.
Sjećam se kada sam prvi put pisao vest da je Milica došao u let. To je davno bilo još. Sjećam se kako sam stavio taj naslov, prvi Srbin u lecu.
Eto, vidiš. To je realno bilo GOAT, to je realno bilo GOATed vreme.
So I very much expect this to kind of go this way, and he's building a small lead, which is very nice. I'm just curious as to how it's going to fit into the composition, because right now I don't quite see the vision.
He'll cage. He'll dive and he'll put the cage down. That's the Yorick contribution. Sidestep.
And maybe his main goal is to just be a split push threat. Of course, with Azir and Yorick, you could make the argument that our goal is to play more of a 1-3-1 style. But then my question would be, why are we locking in Kai'Sa? But again, I'm not gonna harp on about it.
Ne, užasan mi, pa zato što da, zato što kažem, oni igraju Sakrne Giga dobro na početku, onda samo se raspadnu kasnije. Mehanički su oni dobri, ali čini mi se da kao ekipa definitivno, što iskreno i mogu da vidim. Mislim, kad pogledaš roster Giantsa, oni nemaju, znači, ja evo, nije da sam biased, ali Stefan umjesto Isme bi bio ogroman improvement za Giantse. Jer ko shot call je za Giants? Noah i June koji ono, kapiram da međusobno samo pričaju. Jackis koji i dalje mlad, nebitno što ima 100 gameova u lecu, i dalje mislim da nije ono shot caller. I lider, Isma i Lot, mislim da tu nemam šta da dodam. Oni nemaju veterana da ih vodi. Tako da oni su 5 mehaničkih, ono, mehanički inicijen igrača, ali mislim da niko od njih ne može da nosi ekipu kroz shot callove dovoljno. Siguran sam da oni imaju shot callera, se razumemo, da me nesete pogrešno. Samo mislim da u odnosu na određene druge ekipe i zašto su te ekipe na samom vrhu, mislim da jednostavno ne mogu, zato ne mogu da prati, zato se raspadaju mid game. Veterani nisu u modi. Pa dobro, vidi. G2, boga mi, a mislim G2 i većina ekipa. Zato mislim da je i ekipa Meda, ili ti koja je stigla dokle je stigla, jer su ostavili jednog veterana da vodi mlade igrače i vidimo dokle su stigli. Ekipa Fanatika također ima brda veterana, ekipa G2 ima brda veterana, eventualno ekipa KC-a, I guess, ali opet Jajk ima dovoljno iskustva sa veteranima i mislim da je dovoljno vokalan da može da napravi razliku.
So BDS got what they wanted out of the swap, while GX ultimately were able to get themselves the first Drake of the game, which is a nice advantage gained for them. But when it comes to the actual Grubs contest, normally we don't see early fights, we just sort of see a dance, right? A team that's first on it, maybe they'll get one Grub, maybe they'll try and sneak away that second one, or maybe they say, oh, okay, we're not actually strong enough to contest this, so we'll just grab one and then we'll leave to deny you the 3 Grub buff. And I'm just kind of thinking about these comps and thinking to myself, who do I favor? Because when you've got these 2 mages in the mid lane, you don't obviously have that immediate early game power. Wukong spikes at around level 6, which he's going to get very soon. But then it all comes down to these AD carries, and I feel like I do give that small advantage towards Noah on the Kai'Sa, especially with the options that the Rakan is going to have. I feel like he's a little bit too far away from level 6 to have that ultimate available to him, so I think on paper I do favor GX, and the fact that they've caught that top wave, they're now getting the bounce back in the top lane as well. Mid is getting that early push, so I feel like GX is much better set up for that objective that's spawning in about 30 seconds.
At a more bare bones level, I will say this game feels like a Grub conversation on top of that, because Nuke, as a Ziggs, having Grub access with that passive that gets into late game with Satchel Charge as well, your turret pushing ability is just so much better, and as we know, opening up mid turret for a comp that wants to play at range as well, feels like deeper vision, more analysis against the potential dive coming in. It is an important conversation. 10 seconds till they spawn. Bukata's here, as you said, the Wukong. Level 6 now picked up with a Phage and Longsword. GX are just pulling back a little bit. Gonna see Bukata clearing away the ward as BDS start moving in. Isma is gonna start off the Grubs, but one of those games where we might just get a fight around it.
Samo da smajtuju i da pobegnu.
Da ste mi što je bacio smite na prvog.
Kako da bituje fight?
Bilo bi borba za treći.
A Ziggs je u range-u da isprati, ne znam što ne probaju da kontestaju. Ali šta je BDS radio?
Gledaju.
Ali bukvalno,
Pogledajte, gledaju.
to je, ja se uvek, ali i sad recimo kad gledam, uvijek se pitam, šta je plan? Kao, jer ako si tu i trošiš vreme, onda kontestuj. Jer ako si već tu, znači imaš Wukonga, imaš ulti, imaš flash, imaš klona. Klonaj unutra i flash outa i uzmi jednog bar. Kao bar nešto radi s tim, ali vejstuješ minut da bi gledao kako protivnik ubio objektiv je meni van svake pameti, iskreno.
Ni BDS, ni Giantsi mi nisu neki pretjerano dobri timovi i apsolutno me ništa ne čudi kada vidim kako igra. Giantsi bar za razliku od BDS imaju dobar early game, pa kao uhajpuju te na 15 minuta da su ono dobri. Mislim da daju Yoriku 3 graba. Wow, igrica slagala, samo tako. A da povuče Maiden?
Ne preferiraju.
And Lot is continuing to isolate this lane, much to his happiness as, okay, hang on, wife. Oh, 34! Save her!
Ne, ali ovi ljudi ne znaju da igraju Yorika. Zašto daješ da ti tako utuče Maiden bez veze?
Renzitova slaba tačka su loši Yorik igrači jer ima druga koji Yorik OTP, moram da dam backstory.
Da.
Ove situacije, čisto ljudi znaju o čemu se radi.
Zato što, mislim, znam kada on uvek tako priča, kao Maiden ti je toliko važna da funkcionišeš kao heroj. I dati protivniku da je samo izlupa za free i turet takođe mi je nekako, ne znam. Kao okej mu je zato što nije Wukong tamo i kao ima pressure svakako, ali ne znam.
Bukata's pulling off Dragon. This is a slow Dragon.
Hang on, who's gonna be the one to initiate the fight? Isma's looking.
He sets it up, cease and desist, and they press the go button. The Bard ult does nothing. Well, Ice is now isolated. Isma gets him and gets to get him out. Magical Journey from Paris. He still hasn't a flash available. Wants the Cosmic finding this, but where's the smite going to come from? Jackie gets nuke flash immediately. Even though he's out, the 1v1's continuing on. Jackie steps up, flashes in, lethal tempo, but he dies. He goes into a bomb and he gets exploded in the one-on-one.
Nuke gets a kill.
Naravno, taj matchup znamo kako radi, znamo ko to vina.
Jackie se malo osjetio previše. Flashao na Zigsa. Bez soldiera krenuo da ga udara basicalno, okej.
Jackie je u fazonu, znam damage lethal tempa. To je sve što me zanima. Trš, dva basika i umre, okej. Ne, kažem ti, on je računao little tempo damage, tu nema druge. Ne!
I got a good friend who we sus on called Orcs. He would tell you the same thing.
Every time. It reminded me of playing Smash Bros with the boys, and every time I play Link, I always say, hey guys, can you hold this? And I'm giving them a ball.
You are, but then I run into you and you blow yourself up.
Yeah, that also happens.
Yeah, that does
Fortunately, Friendly Fire isn't on here in League of Legends.
No, not unless you're Bard, who can hit both people technically.
This is a threat on a dive, GX.
Paris walking into this great ward, set up with the assault and battery. I mean, Paris is just getting chased up, Cosmic finding into the wall, another magical journey taken, and Jun can't really do too much else. Noah also was trying to dive, but his ulti wasn't available. Hence, GX's lack of follow-up indeed.
Again, though, in terms of the state of the game, GX, they're utilizing their dive well. They've gotten themselves a healthy objective advantage.
Razmišljam kako će GX nastaviti ovaj game.
I will say it's been a very slow game, admittedly.
There is a Ziggs and a Zir in a game, so I'm not surprised.
I guess we should have expected that. And next Dragon spawning in about 3 minutes time, the Herald in about 1:40. We expect the Herald to be GX's priority. And the reason why in this game I think it's really important for GX.
Da sajna, Rale ne znam za Chainsomena.
Pa do, ali nije ne, Rale je bukvalno interčina najveća, znaš zbog čega? Što ja mislim da Rale da pogleda Bulog život bi mu se promenio. Taj anime je napravljen za njega i neće ga pogleda, tako da... Jer kao voli futbal i ono milion stvari o Blue Locku, mislim mnogo bi mu se svidale, ali on je samo interčina prljava i onda... Znaš, mislim da kada Blue Lock nije pogoda, neće pogodati ništa, to je moj take što se Raleta tiče.
Ne, Rale je... Okej, Izma. Interesantno je Jackies nije komitovao sa njima. Zix je 3-0. Pita se, Rale ikad pričao da li je gledao galaktički futbal?
Mislim da jeste.
Jer to je Blue Lock samo bolji.
Pa dobro, ali vidi, ja mislim mu se više svidao Blue Lock nego galaktički futbol, Raletu. Sigurno, zbog cijele mislim, neću spojelam ništa ko nije gledao, ali kao, zbog cijele priče, zbog egoa i svega toga, to bi njemu bilo ono, uživeo bi se na najjači.
Neće, Rale, kao, nisam klinac, a igram Clash Royale. To sam mu rekao na kastu. Okej, fair, vidi. Mislim da ne može da se da se žali na taj komentar, što jeste. Mislim, to je fair. On je mene flameovao da sam ja kupio lampu. A ja sam njemu rekao da je klinac jer igra Clash Royale. Ja mislim da je to ne.
BDS have been slower to react, often acting as spectators. There's a window here for BDS to put some pressure onto the mid lane tower. Noah doesn't have the strongest
oh my god, ala će ovaj Zix da boli.
Zix bije. Jedna bomba koja se proka.
Pitam se da li ide Shadowflame ili ide Rabadon.
Ja bih rekao Shadowflame ovdje, ne bi Rabadon drugi išao iskreno.
Lot has TP. This has to turn into a dive, but how do you dive a bard with ult? Why did we TP?
Zašto? Ali...
You can tell in this game they're trying to be super proactive, and I think that's not going to slow down. Ice has been spotted.
He has been spotted. Kaiser comes in, and there's going to be the damage. He flashes, and Ice gets out over the red wall. A good arcane shift. GX are getting antsy in another mid game.
They get the Ezreal flash, though. The interrupt response now. We saw Paris interrupting bases earlier. Now it's Jun's turn. Ice going to be delayed, that mid wave going to be pushed in, and Ice wants to stick around to catch it. So nice interrupt overall comes through, but he is going to be able to catch this farm. 2 kills to 3, the tension really starting to mount now as the next dragon is alive. Ice hasn't reset, and the dragon is up, and look at the resets already coming through for GX. They're going to be first on the play. Nuke doesn't have TP, he's got no mana. The positioning for BDS to really
Zvona na katedrali zvone. Odbrojano je vreme za jedan od ova dva tima. Ko će izgubiti?
Ti ne znam, ja ništa ne mogu da pričam iz prostog razloga što sam uvek ista priča. Uvek sam prehapavan za Giantse, uvek me iznenade na početku i kao baš igraju dobro, sve je super i onda dođe do nekog midgama i samo izrife. Vidjet ćemo da će to opet biti slučaj ovdje.
Ohoho, Jax je failovo kombo. Sad je mrtav.
The dragon was pulled so far out of the edge of this pit, and BDS again just kept playing with their range.
I mean, the setup, I think, was good from GX, but Paris with a fantastic Bard ultimate, again just bought time. He created an opportunity for BDS to...
Da li je taj Bard ulti resetovao Patience od Zmaja? Mene jako sad interesuje. Imam osjećaj da jeste.
Moguće.
Možda grešim.
Moguće skroz.
Okej, lepo da nađu kill.
corner is Ice. Is he in trouble? Ult was already used. Did you see on your mini-map screen? Whatever you want to call it. What do we call this? Portraits? Noah did ulti for that as it's Dragon time again. Look how far pulled out this is.
So again, you can see Ice is still stuck in the mid lane. The numbers advantage is favorable, but that Bard ultimate, perfect on the Dragon, then the engage comes through.
Wow!
The Ziggs finally arrives to throw the ultimate.
Ja nisam znao da tako funkcioniše.
But it doesn't really matter because the damage is done. BDS have that numbers
Okej, znači ultovo je Zmaja i istekao mu je Patient zato što ga niko nije udarao dok je bio u Stasisu. I nije mogao da ga udara. Wow, interesantno.
Bard mehanike. Naravno, zato dosta igrača voli Barda, jer kao svašta možda radiš na njemu, realno.
Jer Zmaj iz Stasisa je izašao bez Patientsa. A krenuo je da mu se, ono kao, vraća dok su ga tukli.
Rooster, for example, in the last fight, what the top laner added in. Lot, for example, we did talk about it in draft, like the synergy, how it all comes together for GX. In this game, if it was something like an Ornn, something like, you know, if they got the Ambassador, obviously, in an earlier phase of the draft, maybe for GX it'd be different tools for them to work with and be easy to pull off the execution. Right now for Isma, the only follow-up really is Jun. So for GX, even though they're in the gold lead in this game, even though they got the early two dragons, we have seen the past couple of fights go BDS's way. And look at that Ziggs, he's going Rabadon's second. So, I mean, this is Chad Ziggs build. You've got the mana now.
Pa mislim da ide uvek Rabadon drugi. Ne znam šta smo drugo mogli da vidimo, iskreno. Shadowflame jedino što mi pada na pamet.
Rabadon ili Shadowflame. Mislim, ono što ja volim onaj Horizon Focus na Ziggsu, mislim da je dosta cool, jer uvek pogađaš ljude preko pola mape i onda ako pogodiš Q i onda baciš ult, imaš amplify damage na ultu. Što mislim da ti statistički čak daje više damage nego da imaš deathcap drugi. U tom specifičnom scenariju, ali deathcap ti overall daje više damage ako imaš više AP-a. Tako da s te strane... S te strane je okej, ali...
Yeah, there is that argument as well. But you talked about the comp, like, as it throws range out, as Jackie's gets hit, they want to keep poking, but Isma, the flank, lots coming in as well. BDS are a little bit sus and this Bukata can get out. Isma's going to be holding on for a while, you'd think, but here we go. Ulti's going to be popped out, cease and desist. Tempered Fate comes in as a response. Jun gets a knock-up as Paralyzed away. The Cosmic Binding was beautiful. True Shot Barrage later. Bukata is alive. Lot flashed into him, but Noah's here to finish the job. Running in, he has
ja, pobegao je, Parus.
And Revenge is getting served, but the soldiers can't reach out. Ice is now on the charge. He has flash, he has the tools. He'll take it into Jackie's face and send him to hell as BDS, the waiting, paid off.
Zašto je znači, imali su i pauzu da rade na stvarima i nisu uspeli ništa da reše. Što moram da priznam je dosta... Mislim, dosta sam razočaran za Giantse, jer ti kad pogledaš čak i unutar, mislim, nije da sad, bacam shade na IBL ekipe, ali unutar IBL ekipe su uspeli da reše svoje probleme za 2-3 nedelje. Giantsi nisu uspeli to da reše, a let su. Mislim da je to baš baš nije dobra priča.
Neki od ovih timova imaju jako diskutabilne kako funkcionišu. Pitanje je ko hoće s njima da skrimuje.
Pa dobro, vidi.
Ajde pored toga, nego i koliko oni hoće iskreno da se poprave. Ili koliko je dobar coach, ja ne znam ko im je coach, da može da im da nekako poprave neke stvari.
Vidi, iskreno mislim da skrimuju sa LFL-om da skrimuju, mislim da bi mogli da reše probleme koje imaju, jer njihov mid to late movement po mapi je stvarno dosta zabrinjavajući, uzeći u obzir da igraju na najvišem nivou mogućem unutar leca.
GX quickly convert that into the Artican. They get the bot tower as well, and that's a big injection of gold. Now the dragon is alive. They're going to stay on the map, it looks like. Have a quick look at the ultis. They're all available, but no summoners available for Noah. It could be a prime target for BDS if they can find the initiation.
Lot ima Maiden, ali nema... No, ima 3 gula sada sa Maiden. Jedan umro, 2 umrla.
Cosmic Binding doesn't do too much as a magical journey out from Paris. BDS hanging on the edge of this fight still, but Giants aren't exactly...
Iskreno, čak možda treba da mu da... A neću ni... Uzeli su zmaja, tako da... Okej im je.
And bear in mind, if they hadn't lost that dragon earlier, they'd have Soul right now. That's how efficient they've been with these early objectives. And it just goes back to the point of GX in the early game have shown that they are super proactive. They're always eager to make stuff happen. They play around their prio as well. And I think that around every single objective, they've just had the better setup.
Yeah.
And I like that they are just not trying to slow this game down. They're trying to keep it fast-paced. 2 items finished for the Azir, 2 items finished for the Kai'Sa. Same can be said
što pričaju kasteri, ali ista priča, oni stvarno igraju Giga dobro rano i onda samo raspadaju. I krivo mi jer stvarno mislim da imaju dosta potencijala, ali ovako kako igraju čak i da dobiju ovu seriju, ne vidim kako će raditi bilo šta protiv bilo koje ekipe koje je iznad njih na tabeli.
Najsmješnije mogu da vidim da KC je izgubio od njih.
Od Giantsa seriju.
Da.
Ja mislim da u 3 života to ne može se dogodi. Jer Kana će dobiti toplen, počeće da splita, neće znati šta radi na mapi. Jer oni nemaju mapu, oni su, mehanički su dobri, ali oni nemaju nikakvu mapu. Mislim, nema ni BDS da se razumemo.
No, BDS je rat od sistema.
To ti kažem, ali ne znam.
Lethal efficiency demonstrated once again by GX. Beautiful punish. Ice had his summoners up.
Zar nema neki spell koji se zove Lethal Efficiency?
Nisam...
Čak imam osjećaj da ima neki spell u igri koji se tako zove.
Da ja znam, nema, ali možda ima neki koji ja ne znam.
Kako se zove YE?
Ne znam.
Vault Breaker, ne.
Ko je Vault Breaker?
Ko je Vault Breaker? Znam da je duplo V Denting Blows, ali moram sad da vidim, jako me interesuje. Juče smo Rale i ja bili kao u fazonu, ne znamo kako se zove i kao bili smo, treba da pitamo Sainu zna sad to.
Vidi, da Iole ima impakta spell, verovatno bi znao, ovako je malo...
Relentless Force, tako se zove.
To ti kažem.
Ček. Njen ult se zove Season Desist.
Tako je, to znam.
Šta sam ja da mislio se ulti zove Assault and Battery?
Assault and Battery ti je drugo nešto.
Nema ništa. Bukvalno to je to. Blast, Shield, Passive, Vault Breaker, Denting Blows, Relentless Force, Season Desist. Možda je Caitlyn tako nešto.
Nešto drugo je...
Nema Caitlyn sigurno.
Šta ću ti reći? Tako se pre zvao ulti, okej, tako se pre zvao. Znam da je Assault and Battery postoji u LoLu 100%.
Ja isto.
Okej.
Jer znam da svi govorimo za ulti Assault and Battery. Jedu ga gulovi.
A massive advantage gained for GX once more. They're finding pick after pick.
Ne znam kad su to promenili, iskreno. Tako što su ono Tričovu ulti promenili jednom. Da se drugačije zove.
Like mistakes like that can definitely cost you.
They can, but very look at the mojo here.
I mean, the execution on this was clean. Ice was not expecting the ult to come through. Commits the ulti, goes underneath the tower, doesn't care about the barrier, sidesteps the Bard ulti, secures the tower, and then adds insult to injury through the exhaust, gets another kill, and then he spams the L.
He laughs at him. And then look how hard they commit here. BDS tries so hard to kill him.
The redemption, the healing from the Rakan. The Wukong gets the final Q auto off, securing 1,090 gold. Isma losing his life as well. Rooster getting a nice gold injection. But then the arrival of Lot, the Yorick securing another kill off the back of that. 13-7, the Baron's about to wear off. GX They still need to break into the base. The soul is available. I mean, it's being taken right now on our screen at the bottom. Noah's just soloing that one. Oh, I say soloing. Isma's there to assist.
Close enough.
And there is the soul. Now that low HP, they're going to be that extra bit harder to kill.
And I'll tell you what, Giant X, impressive performance in this mid. Like, they are skill checking BDS. And yes, they gave some shutdowns over, but I think at this point they don't care. They've just opened up inner turret in mid. Look at bot. Lot is just sending it.
Oh my god. Wow.
Giant X care none. They're 5 strong in front of this turret, and Paris will drop down. He's the only one so far. But look, the cats are getting sent out again. Bukata's running for his life.
Jorik, ali je dekno taj cur.
Mislim da, to je sad ovaj deo gdje, kao što smo rekli, koliko Giantsi nemaju mapu, toliko imaju mehanike, ovom delu partijem to ni ne treba. Jer serija samo nije dovoljno blizu da napravi neku veliku razliku ako ide map movement. Ovdje bi Giantsi zaista trebali da apsolutno unište BDS i to relativno brzo. Vidjet ćemo, naravno, mislim, ali po svemu onome što smo gledali i što očekujemo, definitivno mislim da bi Giantsi trebali da budu ogromni favoriti. 29 minuta, nije loše, mislim, definitivno i dalje tu je možda mogu da bude malo čistije, ali overall Giantsi dosta ubedljivi, pokupili su zmajeve, dosta su jači kao ekipa. Ziggs činilo se kao da možda napravi neku razliku, ali opet takav je heroj. BDS ne znam stvar, na ivici su samo da ripuju odmah. I kako stvari stoje, ovo će vratno biti ta serija. Pauza bi trebala da bude. Sad provjerit ćemo samo tačno koliko, mislim da je 11 minuta. Tako da idemo 11 minuta na pauzicu i onda se vraćamo sa Game broj 2.
Wait, I'll take care of this.
Oh, be careful. That thing belongs in a museum.
What is this?
Wow, that escalated quickly. What do we do now?
Let's have a break.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
How do we get out?
Like this. Say it.
What about me?
Red Bull gives you wings.
Join the WhatsApp.
Join the WhatsApp?
We're now approaching the final pick, and what a ride it's been.
A moment of hesitation, but we're getting closer to the game changer, and what a legendary journey we've been on.
I mean, there's so many excellent options, but one of them has to be a perfect fit.
Oh, they're about to lock in.
Whoa, what a pick! What a way to close things out!
Join Marriott Bonvoy for a chance to claim a free Hextech chest and key. Marriott Bonvoy, a check-in at every checkpoint.
Want to level up beyond the rift? Express like a legend and find your fastest server in one tap. Express in game without ISP throttling. Express and shield yourself from DDoS attacks. Express and choose the VPN trusted by gamers everywhere. Express VPN. Experience gaming the Express way. Fast, stable, competitive. It's time to Express. Scan to start your 14-day free trial. Subscribe to unlock free Hextech chests and keys.
flash immediately. Even though he's out, the 1v1's continuing on. Jackie steps up, flashes in, lethal tempo, but he dies! He goes into a bomb and he gets exploded! Ulti's going to be popped out, cease and desist. Tempered Fate comes in as a response. June gets a knock up as Paris slashes away. The Cosmic Binding was beautiful. Trisha Price later. Ricardo is alive. Lot flash into him, but no one's here to finish the job.
I'm looking. He's not flash, I can look bald. I'm looking bald. You're looking bald. Yep. Let's flash, okay? We can nash on.
And welcome back. I am here with Jack, and we are now going to break down step by step how GX was able to find such a convincing victory over BDS in Game 1. And to do that properly, we're going to go right to the source. We're going to go right into the game file that we have right in front of us, and we're going to talk to you about how kind of they find picks that we thought was mistakes by BDS, but in general was just great plays by GX.
Yeah, I just want to say it's really fun to be nerding out with you in the replay, actually. And to start off here, we have kind of this Atakan setup from Giant X. They're trying to have full control here of this bot side, so that's why BDS are deciding to group on this mid wave. And as you can see, if we just think about the context of the two team comps, right? Giant X has this team comp that's incredibly good at just full sending it, going full all in, while BDS has a lot of range, but they struggle with that kind of face check power. So you can see Wukong is trying to leverage some space and get something actually on the map, while the Estral and Sigs, they are so scared right now.
Okay, pause. What is about to transcribe here, Jack Spectra? Break me through this, because now we have Vi on a flank here that is looking on this Wukong, and it looks like GX is trying to collapse on them while they're trying to retake this river.
Yeah, you can see it's so difficult for BDS, especially when Isma is able to find this flank, because no matter what target he goes for, the carries of BDS are zoned out, and even with a great Bard ult from Paris, tries to peel for his Wukong, it's still a really favored fight for Giant X, just because Six is so zoned out.
Yeah, look at Six. He gets shuffled by a Zero. Berdix out alive here. Jackies tries to find a pick on him, goes a little bit deep and ends up falling here. And here we get into the situation where looks like GX wants to go for his Atakan, but with Azir dying and Six being able to keep it down there, they're kind of giving up on this play. And now we're going to see something where, when I was watching this with Jack Spectra, I'm going to speed it up a little bit for you guys. We thought that Mr. Ice here in the mid lane was just trolling, because here Vi is just walking all the way around onto him.
Or we were like, is he DC'd or what? Like, what is this, you know? Like, how is the Ezreal not reacting? And then when we actually look at the replay here...
Let me break it down. Let's go back 15 seconds and show that from Ezreal POV. This is what Ice sees right now. He doesn't expect anything. Look how Isma threads the needle with this vision, ends up behind him like that.
I mean, it is Jun,
right?
so I guess yeah, it's Jun. What are we saying?
Yeah, I mean, to give Jun engage, he could just go Rel here.
Yes, and I think he will do that.
He does do that.
One of his comfort champions. So a lot of engage on the side of GX. You've got the flash ultimate, or just the general ultimate of the Rel. You've got the follow-up with the Annie, and you've got some decent damage coming through from the Corki. On the side of BDS, they have a little bit more disengaged thanks to the Braum acting as that front line. Now we're looking at jungle, and we're looking at top lane. For jungle, champions like the Pantheon are going to be removed. Xin Zhao becomes the immediate priority, I'm thinking, for GX. BDS, I wonder if they'll look to take it away. Thinking about some other junglers, Trundle gone, Maokai again. Is Maokai good for BDS?
I mean,
Okay, da gledam, molim vas.
now
Hvala.
we kind of need engage on BDS, right?
Yes.
Like, you've got the Braum, so, I mean, I'm just going to raise the Ornn again, but Gwen's still up and available.
I don't think these teams want to play Ornn. I hate to burst your bubble.
It's not really a bubble. I understand. Not many people want to play Ornn. I get that. That makes a lot of sense. However, we are currently on BDS's side. I mean, I guess Aurora acts as an engage tool, right? Like, as a
bias casteri, use BDS, znao sam.
It's not it's not super reliable, is it?
Yeah, what they're lacking right now is just a lot of crowd control to sort of lock GX down.
A bit of layering on that, yeah. So
Jace is going to be banned, so they want to try and take Rooster off of any potential carry threat on the top side.
Are they setting up for Gnar? Is Lot just going to Gnar on 4 here blind? But then they could just pick the Aurora into top.
Well, I mean, they can counter pick with the top lane. They should just lock in their jungle. I think Zen makes a ton of sense here.
Gwen's gone. I mean, I'm telling you, BDS are now thinking maybe it's an Ornn angle.
I think BDS is thinking about a Cassante.
Oni baš hoće Orna.
Sad želim da dobiju Orna, samo da bi bili srećni. Ja cijenim sreću kolega Kastera.
He has a sun around him with his ult.
Yeah, I did see that. At first, I did think it was a visual bug.
I was like, wait, he's got like a Leona shield or what?
Maybe they need to turn the brightness on that one down a little bit.
Yeah, it's very glaring. Let's see what the option is for top lane. It's going to be Jax. Okay. So I guess, again, they didn't want to play into that matchup, even though it's been good in the past.
Jax.
And scaling mid
Wait. Jax
jungle, yeah.
Into the Zen, okay.
Oh, because it's a counter. Because, in the past, people love this match in LPL.
Jax jungle, wow, wait. Zaboravio sam da imaju Aururu. Šta je Victor top? Iceborne Gauntlet Victor top.
Fair enough.
Yeah, not the greatest Jax jungle game, I'm gonna be honest.
Hey. None of those games were the greatest games, okay, bro? Like, that was a hard series.
If you're an EU fan, if you're an IG
I was an IG. I was about to go to the LPL in that series. I was very happy. But now it saddens me. Now I turn the tables. The tables have turned. GX, lock in the Cassante in, and that is an R5 Cassante.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Seem hurt by this.
No, I'm not hurt. I honestly think, like, I'm looking at BDS...
Kopiju. Kao ne, nisam imao što je teornama, jok. Pa ja što neću šaka u EBL-u.
I think BDS is lacking engage.
Yeah, I was about to say...
Ista priča, isti vibe.
I think it's similar. I think the Jack and Finn made a really good point about the lack of face-checking power on BDS in the previous game, because when it came to approaching these objectives, my instincts were that they could just leverage their poke, but if they were denied all the vision, trying to gain access into these areas was actually very difficult for them. I think that now that with Braum, they definitely have that, but now they don't really have an easy way to start fights off. Whereas for GX, I think their composition is just a very straightforward teamfight one, you know? Like, it doesn't do anything too complicated. You just have solid laners that are pretty safe. They have easy engage tools. Yeah, and it's just an easy... And I think it fits into their style that we're seeing. Isma having agency, I think, if Game 1 is an indication of anything, put him on a jungler that can do stuff with champions around him that support him doing stuff, and you've got a winning formula for GX.
And I think a lot of people, as we get into this game too, will ask us questions about BDS and be like, why does engage matter so much? I'll tell you in a quick second, but first I need to welcome you back in a best of 5 that decides the whole year for Giant X and BDS. I've already told you the loser is out, but you remember it is the start of September. They will not play another game until LEC Winter 2026, whenever that is, middle of Jan.
Januar, februar, da.
But it is such a long way away.
Januar, februar.
Pa nastavljaju da igraju ovo o čemu kasteri pričaju, kad će nastaviti da igraju dalje. Znači sad kada naprave pauzu, ne igraju do januara, 3 mjeseca vacationa. I to očigledno niko ne želi. Da, to je baš veliki problem. Mislim, imali su taj problem i na Summer Splitu neki igrači, ali...
Wow, Jax jungle. Wow. Who else we got?
Oh, I normally...
Goo GX. It doesn't see anything.
He was saying go.
No, that obviously said goo. Face check.
Face check.
It's a Braum.
Here we go.
His moustache will protect him from the hook.
He's going to throw his chair.
Well, it is a shattering strike, so I don't know. It's the same.
You know in TFT this skin is used for Braum? Yeah. And he spins targets around and throws them.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
Because it's like he's got like a kebab. It's very Berlin-esque, the skin, isn't it?
Oh no, that's not the skin that he uses.
Is it not?
I confused it for a different one. I thought it was the wrestling skin.
But that's like he's got a kebab in there.
No, I didn't realize that this was.
He's got the doona. He's got the
I think you are right. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I can't see it because he's in the brush.
I don't know if is that Gamuza or what is it? Observer, I know it is appropriate right now.
Gamuza.
Can we zoom into Braum? What do you think? Yeah. Level 2, by the way. They're just going to back off. Yeah, Observer gets
don't
it.
Manipulate the
Observers, you get it. You get it. What are we looking at?
Slušam kako troluju i ne verujem šta pričaju.
What's in the shield?
Da.
I think it's a mixed bag, isn't it?
Is that burgers?
No. I think it's a mixed...
Ne, to je...
Stay still.
To je kebab... What?
Da, to je doner... A doner, da, to je bre... To je barbecue brown.
Da.
I onda na tom skinu s kromama ima različite stvari, kao pizza sive što ima različite topping.
Aha, ovo je kroma, ja sam bio kao... Zar nema samo doner kao...
Grill Master Brown je taj skin i on ima On ima krome i na kromi, tako je, možda ima doner.
Da, možda ima, a šta je onda ovaj ovdje sad? Nije doner, ovo je sad neki burger zapravo što je rekao Vedius.
Pa nisam siguran, svako da, mislim, menja se po kromama, to je poenta skina.
Actually, no, he's pathing away. Oh, flash in ice. Oh, good response. He cleanses as well. Ice double summoner down. Jun, that all costed him, and with the health bar advantage, GX, that is a massive win in the 2v2.
A step too far. Cost ice his flash and cleanse. And it's prime real estate for a gank. That is, you are typing in the chat right now, AD carry, no stums, jungler, where you at? And the jungler is going top. There's a scuttle crab he needs to get.
They are pro players, so they do actually speak with words. It's the one advantage that they have over League of Legends players at home. Isma is top, he can't cover if there's going to be a potential gank, and I'm looking on the map right now. Bukata's just trying to match. He's a little bit late. That is double, no, sorry, that's singular scuttle, one for each side, but Bukata's getting in the way.
Test the Raptors respawn with Pryo in the mid lane thanks to Nuke. Jackies doesn't have the HP to support Isma, and you said it in draft, the counter matchup. But Isma saying, you know what, I'll just get mid.
Oh, wow.
Ima ga nice.
First blood over to Isma, and Jackies baits it perfectly.
I mean, Bukata, you got yourselves the Raptors, but was it worth it? Isma turns his attention to mid lane. They punish Nuke for taking the tower shots, and it's GX that's on the board first once more.
And the kill goes over to Isma. He's unable to back for now. He's getting invaded by Bukata still, but I think Bukata ends the chase there. You can see on the minimap he is just backing away, so Krug's going to be done uncontested, but an early Sin's hour is the worst.
A big mistake from Nuke there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he was doing the right thing at putting pressure down to help his jungler steal away the Raptors, but then you've got to back off. You've got to be working with your jungler in that situation, and instead you left yourself vulnerable to a play. And so GX get themselves that first blood. Now, I turn my attention to the minimap, and I see Paris on the row with Jun hovering around the mid lane as well.
Done. Shattering strike. Paris, good timing. He is in the way, otherwise Jun would have found an engage on a flash Victor who might have to burn it quickly. But regardless, that means GX can push out a little bit here, and Jun can get some deep vision over by the red side of the map.
Interesantno da Nuke ide
Yes, we have.
And that is not
Ludens. Ne Ludens, Lost Chapter boš. Item.
But in this early laning phase, it is quite sad for Lot.
Yeah.
He is being bullied by Rooster.
Što ide na burn? Blackfire Torch?
Moguće. Mislim, ja mislim da je Blackfire Torch Shadowflame najbolje što možeš da builduješ i onda kao ideš dalje u itemima. Ali na pro playu ono najčešće vidimo neko wow, okej, mislim Parus ne znam šta radi. Gleda.
They do not respect the damage that can come out from Jackies. Twice now Jackies has set up these plays. First in the mid lane with the flash stun, second in the mid lane with the tippers. And I think Isma flashing in there, he needed to flash in to secure that extra bit of damage.
Yeah.
This Xin Zhao is now 2-0-0. Jun secures his 1,000 assists in the LEC.
Very well deserved. We were just highlighting Jackie's 100th game, but Jun has been here for a little while now, and what an addition he's been. Him together with Noah actually.
Jun i Noah su neko ušli kao duo, i to botlane kao duo iz Koreje. Noah je došao prvi u Evropu u Z10-u stvari i onda je posle Jun također pratio, došao s njim i jedan prodat u Fnatic pa je drugi prodat u Fnatic malo kasnije. Ako da imaju sinergiju, drugari su, Jackies je mrtav. Jackies je... Ne, ne mogu verujem. Ja ne mogu verujem.
Oh my god.
Jackies just keep getting something.
He hits him with the emote as well.
DRX, nice.
That, my goodness, the shield at the last moment from Jackies to force Nuke to overstay ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Those long cooldowns on the Victor early on. I mean, here's the good news for Nuke. He does get a kill, he contributes towards... I think he actually got the upgrade on his E thanks to that kill. You get 25 stacks on an assist for a kill early on. And then you'll see here, holding on to the E for Jackies to the last moment.
I čekao je da...
The laser comes through, but he did enough damage at the tower.
Starka vidi meni, sjetim se koliko je mel matchup u Eni, unplayable za Eni. Igrao sam skoro u solo queue taj game Mel u Eni. Bilo mi jako zadovoljavajuće da abuse meni igrača. Jer bukvalno ništa ne može da uradi. Unplayable matchup.
Da, ne može da te... stanuje se ne može da ti bude u range za duplo V, da te stanuje s time i kao...
Baš mora... Probao je Noa, vidio sam play, vidio sam šta je teo, sad je mrtav. Nije mrtav, blokada neće ga juri, dolazi pojačanje dole, ali... Vidio sam flash, ulti, basica, tek verovao u sebe, ja to poštujem kod AD carry-a.
Ako ništa za zajednicima, bar early game nije smor.
To jeste, nabadaju se, jesu jaka ekipa rano. Tako da upravo si,
Toga je stanovalo. Ipak se... Ucavio se, prodao je. Nije prodao, nego završio. Bio pa zonu, okej, ja ipak idem Rod of Ages. Pogledaj, ima glowing mode i...
Pivotovo je build.
Da. Mislim, moraš u Eni. Zato što ti daje da je dueluješ.
Mislim da health stacking build, što kažeš, samo radi mnogo dobro u nju.
That dude is 800 gold ahead. That is an issue. The Zin's out early. I mean, once again, having a field day against BDS. And we highlighted Isma in game number 1 on his vibe. But this game, the carry threat is that much more real as Noah's going to step up for the wave. He's got Jun behind him, so don't worry here. Again, BDS pulling the trigger. It's hard when Bakada's not there, able to press flash. Ice is running in. His arc light of Beyblade sends out, and Ice doesn't really do too much with it. But for BDS, the 2v2 holds on for now. But Veti, I come back to it. Sunder Sky just picked up. That is a bit of a lead here for our jungle friend.
One could say that that is quite a significant development in the armaments of the Xinjiao.
Yes, if you're speaking Welsh, that's true, or whatever fancy English you speak. Oh, the famous armaments. And a cup of tea to go with it.
Okay, I feel like you're being rude right now.
I am.
Just because I like to use
You are so mean to me all the time.
That's not true.
That is very true.
Didn't you say prior to this cast that we have a bond?
Yes, James Bond. Ice is stepping up. He's here.
Ja ne mogu, ali uživam iskreno, neću lagati, uživam. Uživam, ali ne mogu, ali istovremeno uživam, neka ih, nek se zabave kasteri, znam kako im je.
Ali Xinjiao ulti, ja sam iskreno prvi put kad sam ga video u gameu, mislio sam da je to Kale ulti na njemu. Toliko ima efekte onako jake, za razliku od ranije.
Their identity is very clearly fast, vicious, ruthless, and it is being helmed by Isma. 2-0-2 the scoreline now. He has just been running this early game rampant. BDS though have the numbers to contest this dragon, and they will deny first dragon of the game. So Isma, I guess it was a bit overzealous to attempt to secure that objective without his bot lane.
But Veti, we come back to draft, and first dragon may be taken, but it is a slow game where Soul could be like 30 minutes plus at this point.
Pa šta će biti Soul tako brzo? Mislim, vidjet ćemo.
Their ability to pull triggers in the fights, that's what makes it so hard, right? And I think for an audience that maybe is like, you know, like mid-tier, let's say gold or plat, I don't know what mid-tier is these days.
Right.
Engage is so important because it just makes your decision making that much easier, right?
Certainly can.
Like, I think people need to understand that having an engage tool makes the game, especially at the pro level, 5 times easier to collaborate and then pull the trigger, right?
Alright, there's
nebitno koji ilo je. U svakom ilu ljudi troluju sa tim kompovima svakako. Čak i kad znaju što treba da rade. Ne rade ono. Mislim, ti samo znaš sa streama i koliko igraš ligu i koliko ljudi ono ideje nemaju što treba da rade makro-wise.
There is a 1k lead between 80 carries.
Yes.
So that's probably bigger issue.
Jeste, pravu si, nema šta, mislim...
A large, cuddly, fiery bear will be dropped.
What's the law on that?
Magari Kadliber će biti spušten.
He's clapped back.
What did he say?
He said, at least you got something from today.
Good one.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, we need to start showing some of this.
They're vicious in the old chat.
We need to start showing some of this old chat. This is great.
My goodness. All right, well, still, I don't know how many games I've been in where something was said in old chat and then disaster soon struck. This could be a TikTok in the making.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see if GX can hold on to the lead, if they can convert this into a match point.
Ko bude došao Worlds, LPL Official će da pravi dobre videe, dobre shortove.
To sigurno, to sigurno.
Ima da se skuva neke dobre stvari. Parus, lepot.
As there's no follow-up from Isma again, but he waits for the one Paris. Paris, he's walking into danger. I was right.
Ja.
How does that happen as Isma picks up his third kill, flashes in Bukata?
Gore Isma chill, to je već bilo malo previše.
Isma flashuje, čovjek. O. Oh my god.
Pa Rooster, pa gdje?
Ojoj.
I do not think that was part of his plan. Rooster falls to Jackie's as now the kill difference extends to 7-1.
Mind jednako controlled.
Čovek mu je uleteo da umre, ono ne mogu da verujem.
Last game they didn't do too much except spectate. This game they are getting ramped up by GX. And consistently, when a play happens, it's GX usually pulling the trigger outside of whatever happened bot. But 7-1, 2.5k gold, if I can speak properly, 15 seconds on the Herald. And GX are grouping up already.
Simaj se drži, ima to za BDS.
That's the happy item. He's got the happy item. So
he is much happier.
I will survive. Watch the damage. Ready? Oh, where's the damage? It is a double. Waiting for Isma to check on in, but Noah meanwhile is pushing down Ice. Gatling gun out. Phosphorus bomb does that much work, and Ice almost a half HP is Noah good side set while the Herald starts.
I will say these Xin Zhao animations are so clean now.
Yeah, he's very spirally with the spear, isn't he?
Very spirally.
Look at him.
Description, I would say.
Now, Betty, are BDS going to fight, or are we just going to sit mid?
I mean, right now, the division. Observers, if you could
Mislim da ekipa BDS-a nema šta traži od 2500 golda u 15 minuta. Ekipa Giantsa može samo da igra za Heralda, a moj internet samo bi očigledno odlučio da ne radi ceo dan, tako da ne će razvoj događaja. Sljedeće pojave pribar malo zalogovo.
Da, sad nije puklo ako ništa drugo.
Noah just continues to farm. He's now in a very strong position. You highlighted the lead that he had earlier, and he's only continuing to grow. The Trinity Force giving him such a powerful spike.
Yeah.
In the top lane as well, Lot is much happier, as you highlighted. The happy item indeed. Oh, here comes Bukata though. Maybe ulti.
Glacial Fisher catches two. Noah's stunned up.
Evo ga, ovo je GX.
Simply a shutdown. There's a whole galore of kills. Isma comes in, takes one, but Ice is within the field, and with it he'll take many more. Finally, BDS.
Šta rade? Šta rade?
That's 4 kills because off screen, Nuke solo killed Jackie.
He did.
What happened in the bot lane? Perhaps Jackie spoke too soon in the old chat as BDS comes back and they immediately close that 2.5k gold deficit that they were in. A lot of gold injected and a lot of summoners used as well. We're going to look back at the replay. We're going to get to see the bot lane play. So he connects the E.
Ajde vidimo. Nuke je došao do Helta i u fazonu je Eni nemaš mi ništa. I to jeste problem meni kao heroja. Kao imaš ogroman prešar dok protivnik ne uzme dovoljno tankinesa i onda samo više nemaš nikakav pritisak jer samo nemaš dubiješ ništa.
Da, bukvalno, samo tu front line, kao Rise. Što smo viđali isto, kao. Kupi Catalyst, kupi Rod of Ages i onako stane i kao istenkuje 3 rotacije Eni spellova, radi više damage.
And now the goal difference is, well, doesn't exist.
It shrunk massively, those two right there.
Oh, they did.
Significant depreciation on the assets of GX right now, and talking business because BDS finally might be showing up a good PowerPoint presentation. 2 dragons, Betty. That's what we're looking at right now. Herald still hasn't been taken. And with those kills, with that gold going into their pockets, 2 items almost on ice here on the Yunara. And that Victor who just solo killed. He's already stacking with the roller, but soon there'll be Leandri's alongside it. It's nice to talk about BDS in this light because even though game one was a little bit closer, it did feel like BDS, again, playing spectator League of Legends, couldn't do too much, but now in a position power, let's see how they move around with this comp, as Herald, obviously, the only taster on the menu right now.
They are, wow, they're kind of around the area.
They are around.
It's Noah that's always getting that push in mid, though. You can see in the top lane as well, Jackie's early onto the wave means that he's going to gain access, and GX are just so much better than BDS at setting up around these neutrals. TP is available for Nuke, who's isolated on the bot side of the map, level 13 secured for him. He's very, well, I say very close, he's only at 6 charges on the
TP.
Well, here we go.
TP later, here comes Lot as well. Jun is the first target. 4K at the Herald. Isma gets the eye. They want the smite, but they're looking for the fight. Bukata coming in to steal it. Isma holds these in, and Rooster's isolated. Meanwhile, Jackie
Isma Mousepad, neka high fuck.
Down. A man down, in fact. As Ice can't get into the fight. Isma has just controlled time, space, and the way of the spear as Noah floats in. Bukata gets a double stun, but everyone else is dead. Nuke would have done so much more as he going in the meantime, and that Victor has
Lot lepo, lepo. Dobro. Lot.
The hope of BDS is quickly shut down. Watching that fight, all I could think of was where was the damage from BDS? GX just got to do whatever it is that they wanted. Isma with a beautiful smite secure as well onto the Herald. A very well-executed fight puts GX back in the lead, and again, keep your eyes on Isma here. Turns his attention onto Rooster, secures the smite, and Engage comes through onto Jeremy, shutting down Nuke, dropping the exhaust. Ice is just tickling.
Ne znam, jako je prljava partija, mislim, pokušavam da nađem neku ono, normalnu analizu, ali fore što je samo Gim toliko mesi da ja nemam reči.
Da, ovo je bukvalno ono kao fajtaju se manje više samo. Kad pojavi se objektivi ono, fajtaju. Što mislim, zabavno je za gledanje.
Pa da, puno je akcije, to stoji.
Bukvalno sam juče video Golden... Ne, juče je bilo. Da, juče je bilo... Okej, čekaj, Nuke je mrtav. Golden Glue je... Dok su igrali 100 Thieves i Cloud9 jeo sandwich.
Golden Glue.
Ruče čovjek.
Sve kad je Golden Glue ušao, koliko je taj čovjek napravio transformaciju, ne znam da znaš kakav je on bio kad je tek ušao u LCS. Loptica je bio, znaš kakav je bio, okrugo je bio ceo.
Da, jeste, bio je. Mislim i Sven Skeren je isto bio...
Jeste, da, Sven kad je došao iz Evrope. Ja sam igrao i soloke sa Svenom malo dok je bio u Evropi. Čak imam jedan od njegovih akauntova na friend listi jer smo igrali duo. Brat je toka loptica bio do duše, a on je baš bio mlad. Sidora i Golden Glue je bio baš mlad kad su otišli tamo, tako da ono. Oni su baš bili klinci.
Ali Sven se onda posle baš ono...
Jeste, i oni Golden su, mislim, većina ljudi kad su otišli u Ameriku su malo istransformisali. Izuzetak oni stari provi, tipa ne znam, Skara, Q-tipa i to, oni se nikad nisu promenili.
A dobro, da, Skara je i dalje.
Skara je i dalje.
Samo je izgubio kost.
Ne. Skara je... Malo pa ga gledam ga na Twitchu ponekad.
Da, igra ponekad ligu, ali igra ligu isključivo, čini mi se, flex. Ili kao u partiju.
Ja ne gledam kad igra LoL, gledam samo TFT kad igra, tako da...
Da, igra TFT, da. AP Zinzhao. Ko se sjećat? What would AP Zinzhao do?
If he was in this game, CVHD, lagani.
Ne znam da li si znao da je on postao porno zvezda u Aziji.
Ko?
CVHD.
Nisam mogao da živim s te informacije, ali dobro, to je okej,
Šalim se, to je rekao jednom na Redditu. Pošto su svi pitali gde je i on je rekao, neko je nešto glupio gluposti, on je rekao sljedeći put kao, bar recite nešto cool, kao da sam otišao u Aziju da postanem zvezda takvih filmova.
Inače, CVHD, šalu na stranu, postoje VTuber.
Da, to znam.
Ja sam se malo šokirao kad sam to video, sudija desi, ali eto, to je fun fact. Baš sam ono, nekad tako uđem, pogledam kao što rade ti stari kanali koji se sećam.
Da, znam, ja sam nedavno Spazija gledao.
Da, kao čisto da vidiš dok su stigli i sve to i vidiš CVHD-a koji je sad ono neka životinjica na YouTube-u i...
Flashes in, connects the double stun, drops the tibbers as well, and with Noah there and Isma, they have more than enough damage. A really nice engage, but they kind of hesitated to make it because of the numbers disadvantage they were in for most of that fight.
Paris in trouble, Pathmaker doesn't bring him back though. Paris now running back in because the rest of BDS are on the way through their blue side jungle. They're thinking, hey, maybe this guy doesn't die, and then Tofo doesn't get the flip either. A little bit ambitious from Paris, but he holds his ground. He's died 6 times in this game, but again, he's the one who has to check these brushes, especially with Baron coming up in 40 seconds.
Lot needs to go and catch that bot wave, but he doesn't have his TP available. Rooster can kind of do whatever he wants. It looks like he's going to regroup with his team. Ooh. With the Baron spawning soon, BDS's ideal play would be to find GX overextended, maybe get themselves a pick.
BDS na soul point, mislim, to nije naivno, oni imaju sasvim dobar late game. Infernal bi... Ok, mislim...
Jackie's is in trouble. Tibbers helping out, but the Chaos Storm is unleashed. With the Redemption down, it's helping out, but Vikata will not jump in under turret, and Wind Becomes Lightning goes a little bit south or north, whichever direction.
Ne bi neki bio ni jedna životinja.
Here comes Jun again. Here comes Jun again. Here comes a Korean support from Hell, shattering into a two-man. Not that ambitious, so not that great.
Ali nisu pobegli. Au, gde nisu pobegli? Tu je Xante.
He's got flood. He stands and delivers while Rooster has to run out because his team is getting blown to...
Ali ih run downuju, ova dva game-a, wow. Nisam mislio će biti ovako.
Ne znam, ja ovo vidim, mislim, Giantsi protiv ekipa, pogotovo koji nisu toliko dobri, vidim da mogu da stompaju, ali mislim da sve nakon toga će biti malo teže za gledanje ako navijate za Giantse.
Rooster will survive, but while Baron's going down, note that GX got everything they wanted and more.
Jun with the flank, an initial play on the top side where Jackie's tries to set up a pick onto Nuke. An engage comes through. It looks a little awkward because so many low HP bars, but then finally Lot arrives to help clean up the kills.
Nema, Giga su dobri protiv timova koji su lošiji od njih. Mislim, to je...
That's just going to be another kill for GX. The way that they convert that into so many picks, get the Baron as well. GX, I mean, they're just outperforming BDS in so many ways. BDS do have the possibility. That man cleans his teeth on our screen.
We put him up because we just, the science, probably the relevancy, not the cleaning of teeth. But I think that
it's a visual demonstration of what GX is doing to BDS right now.
Oh man, they're cleaning them out, and I don't know where you put them afterwards. I'm not going to go that deep, but I'll tell you one thing: BDS are on the floor. This game, this series so far has been mild, to say the least, and I think it's been mild because, again, like we've seen moments of brilliance from BDS, but then we're just back to the reality where GX, every single go button has been so valuable here in the second game. With the 9k gold lead and Baron, now we really find out if BDS can hold with the sieging that comes through with so many flashes and those set go buttons up and available.
I'm trying to think of what play BDS could even look to make.
Flash Bromol, he doesn't have flash. Jax doesn't have flash. Flash Aurora.
They kind of need GX to dive, I guess.
I guess so.
Like in theory, BDS's composition has a lot of damage, but every time we watch these fights, it feels like they have no damage.
I think we need Yunara to get 3 items, right? Like Ice needs to be on that IE or what?
I guess so.
I mean, what are we doing third? There's a longsword there.
Ne builduju onaj
No, I don't think so either.
longsword Crit cloak. Essence?
LDR?
LDR, da, LDR, može.
Mislim da je viable za Xante, ali opet nisam nešto pretjerano impresioniran s tim buildom svejedno, jer mislim da bez Infinity Edge ti je jako teško da igraš u heavy bursting heroje kao što su Eni, kao što je Quirky s ovim itemima. Čak i ako je Quirky otišao na kolektor, što mi se mnogo sviđa, ne vidimo toliko često, ali mogo je da ode na shieldu, mogo je da ode na malo više tanky varijantu.
As GX continue with their convincing performance, and you know, we've been discussing a lot this split about GX converting their scrim performances into stage performances, and I think that they've demonstrated multiple times that they can definitely go toe-to-toe with some of the best teams in the league. But sometimes they make these mid-game decision-making mistakes that cost them, and we heard it from Jankies himself say, got to be careful not to get bored, because sometimes you just make those plays, you overextend. But so far in this series, they have been very clean.
Obviously, it's a delay show as GX. This is their siege, and BDS try to defend. It's difficult. It's really difficult to step up to Giant X right now. They get a stun onto Lot. That's nice, but Halfmaker unstoppable. Here's another counter strike, but out of range. No one to press the go button as Jackie's is over the wall with a flash. That guy.
Gledam šta im je play ovde. Malo je laki što je BDS uzeo 3 Drake-a, tako da Sol im je daleko od Vinkona.
That's cool, is that what that is? I think that's cool. Because growing up for me, that meant give me a call. That's what that meant. Yeah, that doesn't. Because it represents a phone.
Jedino je dobro što nisu uzeli, mislim, dobro i loše, ali dobro što nisu uzeli inhib, pa i dalje će wave-ovi bouncovati, neće automatski pušovati. Tako da tehnički neće toliko se nafarmati BDS, ali mislim polako im stižu itemi, 3 itema za Viktora, 3 za Junaro.
And you know what? They're right. I'm having a great time. See? There you go. Turn 30 and your life is complete.
I mean, it becomes a lot simpler, I'll tell you that much. You start caring a lot less about certain things.
You stop trying so hard, you know?
Don't say that.
No, well, not with certain things. Like, I'm very happy to be here, you know? I'm trying very hard.
You're taking a hole right now.
Ne znam, slažem se bar za inhibe, ali opet ne znam. Nekom je, vodiš 11.000 golda u 30 minuta i game nije gotovo. 30 minuta mi ono daje Navi vibes, iskreno.
I think they're waiting for the next balance.
I think they are too.
Look at bot lane. Ooh, that's easy damage onto the tower.
A, mislim, ja gledam na to kao teško je forsovati kad protivnik ima Viktora koji dođe baci jedan laser, clearuje wave. I onda kao, a ovi neće da izađu iz baze i kao ti sad moraš da forsuješ u bazu. Bez barona.
I'm trying very hard to give BDS an angle in, Betty. I'm trying hard, I want you to know. As Noah looks at the chase, where is the engage? They're walking up, they're running it in, they're like, hang on, because Isma can...
Evo ga engage.
Nuke is just running into a spear.
Ja, prođe kroz 5000 health, no kadro nije 5, ali...
Okay, they got the damage out. Ice is pumping.
Ništa, 27 sekundi čekaš pa ideš na barona, mislim da je to jedino što ima bilo kakvog smisla ovde.
So the moral miner coming through from Icy was starting to get through locked HP, but it was definitely taking a while. They weren't able really to get many summoners off though. Noah ended up using his barrier.
Ooh, that's nice.
And the Baron's gonna fall. I feel like that this game is over. GX
hang on, Betty.
Taking their time with it.
In our region, in any of the West, we cannot say a game is over until it is over, okay?
Well, here we go.
Let's find out. Jackie's is caught. Flash away from Bukata. That's a nice start from BDS, but that's a 4-man Magnet Storm. Polarity's attract on BDS, and that is that.
My god. A mislim, jači su svakako.
A dovoljno sa heada, ništa od toga nije bitno, bukvalno. To je fora. Što bukvalno su toliko heada nije bitno, ali i dalje da bude malo bolje. Da, mislim to će biti game svako. Ekipa Giantsa Trebala završi game 20 sekundi ovdje i to će biti 2-0. Postoji jako, jako solidna šansa da odemo u laganih 3-0 ovdje za Giantsa, jer zaista čini se kao da nemaju toliko šanse igrači BDS-a. Ti kad pogledaš i ovaj game, stvarno niko ne igra. Mislim, ajde, Aj se držao tu i tamo, a i to je bilo išto minimalno. Pada ovdje kula, pada Nexus ekipa Giantsa, uzimaju drugi game. A BDS polako, ja mislim da ostaje i bez pikova koji mogu da urade bilo šta, tako da... Što kažu kolege kasteri, bukvalno svaki role samo odigrao bolje i ovaj matchup mislim da BDS samo nije dorastao. Ako ništa vidi, što duža pauza, više vremena za Orgu da nađe bolji roster, da se malo više isfokusiraju na na to da ajde dovedu možda neke druge igrače da pogledaju MEA Masters, da vide šta bi mogli da rade. Bilo kako bilo, idemo na pauzicu, tu smo za 11 minuta, klasična priča, tako da smo brba.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. Red Bull gives you wings.
Hey, Jay, have you joined the WhatsApp? What? Oh, join the WhatsApp? Jake, I need you to join the WhatsApp. I already joined the WhatsApp. Like, ask me, I joined the WhatsApp. Have you joined the WhatsApp?
Well, I guess that's a wrap for today.
Seriously, medic? I thought we were going out for a ride.
Okay, but I'm driving.
Jackie's about to die. Oh, he gets it from right to you guys!
No, I need to worry about the hinted. I think. It's okay. We went 3-3, we are doing. Fight. Go flash. Sometimes TP now. Any dead? Keep flash. No, I carry. Yeah. Please, guys, good job. Okay, go. Reporting. I should be fine. They are getting cooked by my ult actually. Holy shit, the numbers I have on my screen.
We're 10 minutes in on the second game of the series. You guys have Bukata locked in on the Jax. He needs to find a lot of value early on to be able to make this draft work. So what was the plan heading into this?
So we knew that enemy jungle liked to go Xin. He's a good Xin player. Jax is an answer that we tried in Scream that worked pretty well for us. And obviously a champion that is based on auto attacks is good with Braum. So that was basically the idea since we had Braum in first rota.
The first game didn't necessarily go your way, especially after that early. What was it like for you as a coach to be able to bring the players back, have a conversation with them so that they can head onto the stage more confident?
I think it was mostly about giving them clear direction, something easy to do, which is, in that case, I think we lacked positioning in the river, being proactive in terms of map movement and tempo. We gave them too much openings for them to start objectives, so that was the main feedback,
Okay, well, looking forward to see how this is going to play out. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, sadly, that did not age well. BDS on the verge of getting eliminated here, but I quickly want to follow up on what Striker was saying just now. Maybe a bit of a risk to go for the Jax here in the jungle, and also maybe more proactive than in the first game, but it's not enough.
I mean, it's something where you really have to be on point with the skirmishing, where you can push out the Sensao in the jungle. But, I mean, that's one aspect. I don't think it gives them enough when they have to posture for Drake fights, or when they have to make it easier for themselves around team fighting. It's something that's good in these small, isolated, small picks, but in the grand team fight, I don't think you can get as much out of it.
Wrong approach, wrong execution for this?
I mean, I just feel like BDS, they're trying to do a little bit too much. This game, it felt like they were just drafting champions that everyone kind of wanted to play, but I didn't really see a lot of cohesion in the draft, and I didn't really see a lot of options for them in the game, unless they have some, exactly as we said, some really good skirmishes early, which they did not find.
We'll talk about them a bit later, because I still want to celebrate GX, honestly, for the games that they've displayed so far on stage. And fun fact, they used to be late-game coin flippers, at least in their group. 2 games in a row, a lead. They don't throw it.
What do you say to that, Finn, huh?
Okay. I mean, coming into the day, one of the stats I was looking up on GX, I was like, what is interesting about this team that I can kind of like highlight? And I feel like they came into today with a 50% win rate with a lead. This is the lowest in the lead together with Navi.
Yeah.
And I feel like this kind of highlights some of the worries we have with GX, that sure, they are good in the early game, but if you have good early games, only half of those games translate into leads. It's a bit of a scary predicament, but so far against BDS, I really do like what I've been seeing from GX. I love how proactive Isma has been this series. To me, he's the standout player from GX, together with Noah and Jackis, and I feel like the way they're propelling the game forward with good picks, good plays, good deep vision, and good side laning is really what drives GX in the series.
No, absolutely. I think it's his positioning as well, where it looks like one GX member might be caught off, but honestly, they're just buying time for a perfect flank with Isma. And I think, once again, the Sensao, perfect fit for a skirmishing champion. We used to be so used to seeing him on the Sejuanis, on the Skarner, but it's nice to see him on a skirmishing pick where he can take control for the team. So I continue to be impressed with Isma's evolution.
And it's crazy because we had some questions about Jackie's, wondering about the bot lane, wondering about GX's stability. I have some questions and some question marks still about BDS. Guys, 2 games might be their last one here. What is going on? What can we hold on to here? Are there any positives for this team?
I mean, for me, honestly, this checklist that we wanted to make, I've got no new answers. I'm still as lost with BDS as I felt like I was 2 or 3 weeks ago. For me, I don't think they're trying to make the game easier for themselves. I don't think they're necessarily pinpointing one person that as an entire team we play for. I think it goes back to what Finn said, where it's like, oh, we'll pick something that all of us kind of wants to play, but I don't think that philosophy is going to work. When you're in a series like that, you need to find someone you can spearhead.
Look, I mean, when I was on CLG 2021,
oh, no,
we were really bad.
He's trauma dumping. He's trauma dumping.
That saved us when we drafted engage in every single position. Because when your team is scared of engaging, if you feel kind of scared to go in and take these fights, you need to give your players, every single player, tools to start fight. And I feel like the approach they went for this game too, with the Jax, with the Braum, they don't have any clear hard engage. Here we see the drafts, and coming into this game free, I would love to see a heavy index into engage on multiple roles, gave a lot of people the opportunity to start fights and a lot of people the opportunity to follow up on those fights.
Yeah, I mean, if we have time for the fight that we were talking about earlier, I don't know.
Yeah, let's get that fight. Let's get that fight.
Okay, because I think it's one of those things where Finn's points, they just make so much sense because you can actually see that BDS is in a position where they're able to get Drake control, so GX is just kind of futtered around. Wait, is this the right one?
Yes.
It is the right one, yeah.
Okay, it's just very early in it. But they've managed to fight for control, right? So they've finally gotten it, but GX ends up in a position where they're still posturing for flanks afterwards. And I think if BDS just had more tools to actually fight them immediately when GX are, I mean, just disrespectfully posturing and they're too isolated, that's where you need to just send it.
So far, GX has dominated this series, but BDS, come on, you can fight. You showed us that you could fight at least for this game. Prove it one last time. Make it a bang. Gasters, take it away for game 3.
We can do that, don't you worry. We can make it a bang, a bop.
Did you just forget English for a second?
No, you know, like all the comics, the onomatopoeia that comes out.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I know big words.
Did you use that word incorrectly?
No. Onomatopoeia is like bang, boop.
It's not really defining the word for me there, Jake.
Words that sound like the action. That's onomatopoeia.
I see.
Medic will message me in 10 seconds saying that is correct. I bet you.
All right,
20,
well, we'll find out.
maybe 30.
In any case, we're getting ready for our third game of this series. BDS need to win a game to make sure that their year does not end. But for GX, they're looking to end this series right here, right now, with what has been a super impressive early game conversion into mid-game dominance. Their second game was a little bit slower, but not the end of the world. They still ultimately closed things out cleanly. And BDS, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. We are, of course, in Fearless. If you've only just joined us for the first time this year.
Where have you been for 8 months?
Where have you been? There's been a lot of league going on, and you've missed a bunch. But basically, players cannot choose champions that they've already played so far in this series. Which means that we're going to be getting some new spicy things. What do we know? Rumble hasn't been picked yet so far this series.
No, it is not.
Maokai, Sejuani, still the tanky junglers are available. Trundle was banned in the last game.
Oh, rock and roll.
But what we're not going to see in this game is Jace and Galio. GX return to the blue side. Orianna going to be the second ban coming through from BDS.
That was, at first, a Rumble B1 angle, but then they banned Galio anyway. Maybe it was like, we're going to pick Galio into, or we don't want to pick Galio into a mid. What do you want?
Jinx is a champ that wins games in the LEC.
Especially for Ice. I like the sound of that.
Could be. Maybe you just go
Aphelios, Jinx.
Full on, protect the puppy. Old school, Uzi style.
Evo nas nazad. Vraćamo se u game broj 3. Da vidimo da li će Giantsi samo ovo da prestumpuju ili ipak možda neki drugi ugao da se BDS vrati. Stvarno mi će biti teško. Ne želim da kažem nemoguće, ne želim da budem taj lik, ali da će biti napeto, to je sigurno.
You can always shift towards the on-hit build, depending on who your opposition is. And let's see, will we get something like a
Vidjet ćemo svakako.
That's prime real estate right there. Or instead, do you want to lock in an AD carry matchup? It looks like...
Oh, we talked about this in game 1. It's just left for BDS.
That it is, Taliyah.
With Pantheon. Taliyah Pantheon, how easy is that?
The premier mid-jungle duo. A lot of setup. A lot of easy playmaking potential.
Varus za Giantse, Taliyah s druge strane. Stvarno nisam ljubitelj Talije, iskreno, ali dobro. I da li možda bude cool, možda bude način da ekipa BDS-a zgrabi pobedu, tako da...
Ok, ipak ne. Jhin. Ostavili su Pantheona, to je interesantno. Možda se bojali da uzmu nešto. Pa nam idu Morgana. Sad da one Pantheona, Taliju poprilično lepo.
Sejuani is another great option. With Gwen open, they could even pick an AP top in that.
They could.
Cho'Gath is a possibility as well. Decisions right now. GX are just running down the clock, contemplating their options. I'd be surprised if they locked in support here, but there's always the possibility. Maybe you want an early Leona for Jun, for example, maybe an early Alistar. Okay, Nami was not what I was expecting, but we'll see what ends up getting locked in.
It's got to be a hover for sure. It has to be. Purely a hover.
Lui odlučio da isprebija flašu pored mene, tako da se izvinjavam zbog random zvukova.
Ne vezi, ima pravo. Puštamo ga jer je sladak. Pa zato.
Realno, ko zna šta je njemu ta flaša skrivila, a mi to ne znamo, tako da... Ali baš mu je nešto puno skrivila izgleda.
Added clarification. Now, BDS, will they look to get their jungle themselves? Will they go for the Pantheon? It looks like they will, alright.
It was too good not to.
Aliyah, Pantheon. Mid is the place to attack for BDS. Such an easy setup. You connect the stun, you get the knockback, the damage is good. It's a nice combo. It's a tried and true combo. Very reliable. Easy follow-up with the Jhin later on into the game with a bit of long-range damage as well and a bit of poke available to him. But now it moves into the second phase of bans, and you have to imagine that with things matched up, things like support, top lane becomes the next priority, and there's that AP top we were talking about. Gwen going to be removed from the pool on the side of BDS. I wonder what else they could be thinking about. Nico, we have seen taken away a couple times. So there's going to be that removed from Paris as an engage option. Will Alistair Leona raise in priority in terms of supports that need to be removed in terms of their engage possibilities?
Like Alistair with comp like BDS would be nice for GX to take a handle of. With the Gwen gone as well, I mean, I've said this every game, but tank viability rises a little bit. Kasante's gone, Sion is gone, and Bess
Ne znam kako će Maokai biti tank, ali vidjet ćemo.
Mislim, buildovat ćemo klasično Liandri, šta već builduje, Bloodletters.
Klasičan AP.
Mislim, Skarner je tu. A ne, bože, Maokai je jungle. Da ga mogu flexovati na bot, ali...
Alistair, I think, is also fine.
Orton ban. I told you, somewhere I'm a genius. I told you.
I mean, late game in a series, the value of that engage definitely rises. They're looking to pinch this pool from BDS. I just think of Rooster as a player, and like, Orn is not the one that comes to mind.
No, it's definitely not.
We've seen him play some Sion before. Still, what is it going to be? What are they thinking about? Do they just lock their support here? Do they just grab themselves? Nope, they will not.
The Gage rocks? Really? Okay.
Alright, Lot. Fiora.
Canon. Oh. Nah.
Nah's fine.
Renegade is a skill matchup maybe as well? Just a thought?
Yeah, I mean, it would just be a pretty neutral lane. But also, I just don't think Renegade makes a ton of sense into Jhin, Talia. I feel like you're never getting onto those champions.
Yeah. Nah, it's just
Jer on rekao upravo Shin.
Shin, da. Sinzao. Sinzao je u stvari Shin, da.
Oni imaju Jhina. Oni imaju Jhina.
Ne, i Shin i Jhin i Parus je Paris također i ne mogu više. Ja sam se odvojio od... Sad ćeš čuješ Paris još malo.
Silas support. I'm down.
I mean, it could be Silas jungle.
Ne razmišljam kako.
And then Pantheon support, but definitely okay.
Parus, League of Legends, nimo dakle.
AP in the profile alongside the Talia. What do you think of this?
Iz Turske.
They've got pick.
Pre je bilo mnogo cool na Wikipediji i klikneš dugme i dobiješ pronunciation igrača.
To više nema.
Ne mogu ga naći.
Možda nema za ove novije. Možda niko nije snimio za nove.
Moguće iskreno.
Ništa sajna snimiti.
Može da zvuči okej.
Ja, vidio sam intervju posle game-a sa Partizanom što ste radili. Što je Hungry Panda.
Aha, da.
Mnogo emotivno u jednu ruku bilo.
Jest. Hungry Panda. Mislim, dobro, on je... mlad je. Mislim da je on počinjao... Kad je počinjao da igra, fazom gledao je ono... Different Dimension, protiv kojih sam ja često igrao i to. Tako da kapiram da je on gledao mene kad sam ja kretao. Kad sam igrao i protiv... Pošto sam baš ono često igrao protiv Grka overall. Tako da kapiram da je nekim dijelom i odrastao uz gledanje mene kako igra LoL i onda razumem zašto ga je pogodilo, koliko ga je pogodilo. I baš mi je drago, iskreno. Drago mi je da nešto sam mogao da mu kažem, onako malo ga je to motivisalo da bude još bolji, da ga malo eto hajpuje za ono što mu sledi, jer stvarno mislim da je insane potencijal. I nisam to rekao samo da bi rekao, već stvarno mislim da stoji nešto iza toga, tako da vidjet ćemo šta će uraditi. Navijamo svakako iza njega, navijamo iza Partizan. Luj, molim te, iskuliraj, hvala puno. Luj mi je rekao šta mu je flaša rekla, tako da ja moram da ga ostavim, nažalost.
Interesantno, ti sad spomenuo Different Dimension i ja sad gledam njihove sve igrače koji su prošli, jel te, kroz istoriju. Jedan od igrača se zove Paris. Mi o Parusu, a ono Parisu...
Parusov tata.
Da. Sad što je ovaj Grk, tako da. Još vrlo zanimljivo ime. Jergsen God. Orome je igrao, wow, Orome.
Jeste, samo kasnije.
Da. Labrov isto, Kortiven. Sve je interesantno koliko je igrača prošlo kroz taj tim. Imali su Hungry Pandu i onda su imali Wild Pandu koji je također igrao sporta.
Da, pa imaš Pandi. Panda je onako dosta popularno generalno, ali da.
BDS have been looking for that identity all year, and of course all these roster changes haven't helped, but they're going to need to find something here in this game 4, and they're going to have to make some serious magic happen, because so far in this series, GX have had their thumb on the pulse. They have been nothing but proactive, and the analyst desk have praised him. Yep. Isma is worthy of that praise. Obviously, Noah has been panning out the stat line, but Isma's really been the driving force in these early games, and credit to him, because his debut into the LEC was not what we would expect. I mean, sorry, I guess it's better to say it didn't go the way that he would want. He didn't have a good start. He didn't have a great performance on SK, but he seems to have found his place on GX.
Even last split, I don't think he had, that great of a performance, right? Like, he also went and filled in for KC Blue earlier in the year at EMEA Masters, for the squad, and was like the best performing member, but, it was up and down there.
Ja ne znam baš da li je bio best performing member u KC Blue.
But so far, he can be proud of his performances. There are some good trades in bot. Jun just gets walloped.
Very good trades in bot.
Paris set that up and Ice spiked it down.
Fourth shot coming through from Ice, doing some serious damage. He's got that fourth shot once more. Jun has to be careful. The level 3 really doing some work right now for BDS. Here comes the level ups. Help GX's bot lane out, keeping our eyes on the junglers. And the observer's highlighting it for us right now. Bukada threatening that dive. He doesn't care if he's walking over vision. This wave is stacked. And they're looking to get some early kills.
Okay, Bukada needs to execute this cleanly against an Alistar. Heal's already popped out, double pulverized. Paris is tanking up, that's double flash. Oh, singular, excuse me. I thought Bukada did, but he just got headbutted away.
Kako ga trofao dajva.
And that was not a clean
Da su dali još kill, to bi još gore bilo.
Time was spent committing to that dive, and Jun played it about as well as he could have. The moment Paris got tower aggro, he knocked him in the air. So he's forced to flash very quickly because of the
BDS je malkice u... Mislim, Lui čeka da ja krenem da pričam, da počne da glize flashu, to mi je presmešno. Mislim, ne znam se vidio onaj short kada krade, onu igračku iza mene. Znači, bukvalno, ima short gde iza mene stoji igračka zalepljena na frižideru, Lui je krade, ja ga ne vidim. Okrenem se ka frižideru, Lui nestane. Ja okrenem glavu nazad ka streamu, Lui se opet pojavi. Tako da mislim da je sad u fazonu trebaš da vidiš, sad je u fazonu čim krene da priča, ta ću da udarim po flaši. Legitimno, legitimno.
Jun je mrtav.
He got a little greedy with his use of the W. He wanted to completely mitigate the damage, and I don't think he realized that Jun would still be holding tower aggro. They could have gotten away there cleanly, 1-0, Oh, but now Jackie's the target.
It's a buffer though with the stun in. Still Bukata's damage means a lot. Jackie's also just teleported in. That health is very meaningful for the trade.
These type of plays you need to be seeing from BDS because of the nature of their mid-jungle duo. This is an ambitious contest though. I don't think, yeah, he's not going to get that. Isma doesn't have his smite available. Bukata does, but he's not going to. Oh, he does!
Okay.
Wow, I'm actually surprised he got that.
Well, he did. I thought the spear was at 100. It's because of the jungle pet stole it.
The all chat was Isma typing 0.5 sad face.
Oh no.
I imagine he was talking about his smite and how close it was to coming up.
Yep.
Could have also been his Q. Either way.
Because he got it to 106 and then the jungle pet after the auto of Bramble Smash.
Mislim da ako će Giants jedan game izgubiti u ovoj seriji, to mora da bude ovaj.
So small, and I mean very small advantage gained for Bukata. But I like the idea that they're making that play in the
Za BDS mora da bude ovaj. Da pobjede. Tako da, inače su ispali. Tako da, pravi.
Now Betty, once again, Lot has opted into a matchup which is very comfortable for him.
Yep.
So he got the option after, I think they've done this twice in a row. They've left this support counter pick and they've blinded top lane.
Yep.
And you know, we're kind of questioning it, but Rooster wanted this Aatrox. But Lot has been fine. Hasn't actually backed yet, as Dragon does go down to BDS in the meantime here in bot. But as Lot gets his first back across, he's going to be in a pretty good spot. He might just have a Phage already. Let's have a look. Phage, no Tarbis, and a longsword. Double longsword.
Credit to BDS for getting that early dragon. Nice window of opportunity. And we have to acknowledge that Isma being on this Maokai, it's much harder for him to have the same level of proactivity that he's had in the last two games.
Yep.
In contrast to the Vi and the Xin Zhao that he was playing.
True.
So GX definitely happy to take this a little bit slower. Obviously, we should have mentioned it earlier, but the Lethality Virus is what Noah is going to be playing. I apologize if you did already mention that.
People would have seen comment and gone, oh.
Lethality Virus is fine.
No surprise.
I mean, I will say it is a bit of a surprise.
Do you know why it's not a surprise? Yeah, it is, but like pro players hold on to metas and patches of the past. Even if something gets nerfed, it'll be tried a little bit more, and then if it's not successful, it'll disappear completely. I think Nefiri was a great example where, although she did get nerfed a bit, people
she got nerfed a lot,
but people still tried her after the nerfs, and then she fell off because it just wasn't as good.
Yeah, but do you remember Pantheon at the start of this split where he got nerfed? I think LCK and LPL was still perma-picking banning him.
Yeah.
LEC was like, no, we're never playing this champ again.
And then now, like, it wiggles.
And now everyone's somewhere kind of in the middle.
Yeah. It's weird. I think
people interpret things very differently.
People also stubborn.
Mislim, BDS je prošli game uzeo 3 Drake-a pa ništa nisu radili s tim, tako da mislim da ni ovo ništa pretjerano ne znači. Nuk ima flash preko zida gore. Ank! Dobro, ajde, anagram je Nuka Geso. To je okej, to je okej. Ne mogu da ga krivim. Ali Ank. Od svega što je mogao da kaže, rekao Ank.
A nice response from BDS. Nuke with good reflexes still going against the names.
Ank with good reflexes, huh?
Able to get out of that situation and convert it into a kill themselves onto Jun. A single kill away from that.
Da, mislim, dešava se.
Ice quick now to capitalize by catching this wave, and immediately Bukata's making his way into the end.
I ja sam juče rekao da je neko bacio Syndra ulti na Stefana, nije bio Syndra ulti, nego kao random damage je došao samo u Pantheonov shield. Tako je izgledalo samo. Tako da, kao okej. Bot je živ.
Okay, so BDS are definitely starting to wake up now. 3 kills on the board. And Nuke finding a solo kill on the top side, gets a nice gold injection as well. There's still 1 grub remaining. We'll see if BDS look to try and take that off the map, but their priority should be the dragon spawning in about 2 minutes' time. Nuke will be uncontested as he secures a tower plate in the top lane. Rooster will be going back to base. I wonder if he's actually going to make the swap happen back towards top. Awesome.
My only question for this game is if Nuke can translate the lead like he's had, I think actually all 3 games. Can't remember game 2, but the Ziggs game. Early 3 kills on the Ziggs.
Oh, he did have a lead in the Victor game.
He did. Nuke has been ahead, or at least like the most gold-worthy on BDS 3 games in a row.
He's had gold leads for sure.
He has, yeah. It's just never gone anywhere, unfortunately. And Nuke once again, not just with the solo kill, but with the small CS lead, however marginal there as he now moves to bot. It's been a big deal for this BDS mid laner, who's now one of the old guard and ever-changing roster. BDS gonna try and make a play towards bot now as well. Paris doesn't have his ulti available, but with
Ne znam, nakon što je Humanoid otišao iz Fnatica, stvarno vidim da je opcija da bilo ko izađe iz bilo kog tima. Ono, mislim da više nije... Ma koliko ti ne voliš Humanoida, to se stoji, ali...
Ne, ja mislim da je on kao... Dobar je on mid laner, samo što... Ja mislim da... Za Fnatic... Imao je problema koje ne možeš da ignorišeš, a godinama igra za Fnatic i očigledno je da je potpuno isti igrač. Kao, sve drugo promeniš, samo ne promeniš njega.
Dobro, to je Kolarsa navio.
At that point, ono, mora tako je. Šta je? I u jednu ruku najtužnije što će vrlo verovatno igrati za Navi. To je jedino, ono kao. Ja sam zato što je Humanoid isti igrač kao što je bio pre 5 godina. Ništa se nije promenilo. Ima iste probleme. I to je to. A nije neko na nivou Kapsa koji kad, ono, kad igra dobro, igra jako dobro.
To je fair, da. High-highvi mu nisu. Mislim, možda na nekim specifičnim herojima, ali definitivno ne na previše.
There's no flash available, he gets exhausted. Bukata can't move for the time being. Jun in the way, 3-man pulverized, holds the play with an unbreakable will, and the end's on the way. Paris is not caught up, but BDS have been
God, Jack.
to say goodnight. Jackie's the ulti lines beautifully as Isma. He gets dunked on. Rooster gets a reset. It's an okay play if they can salvage more than that, but Rooster, the hail of arrows is only for the mighty.
Holy moly. Ukrenuli su.
That was smooth.
GX get 4. BDS find themselves floundering once again as the sand beat is thrown out by Noah. We see an engage initiated.
I opet donekle repriza najverovatnije.
Dobro. Mislim da su mogu da ubiju Alistera od ovo.
Zalagova je net na sekund, ali ništa pretarno strašno.
Okay.
The aspirations, or rather the feeling is high in GX, but I'm sure the aspirations are too. Another one team fight, a 2k gold lead. Jackie's sending it all in onto Nuke. That holds away for the time being, but note, after that fight, Dragon didn't actually go down. So we're still sitting on Dragon.
Jackie all-inuje Anka. Idemo. Ko dobija?
Jackie's with that completed blade is now much more threatening on the bot lane. Nuke is always at risk of being solo killed, so he has to respect it.
Isman takes no damage from this. He heals up with Nature's Grasp. Jun looking for an engage with Ghost already popped onto Paris. Good body slam.
Ooh, lep body slam.
Pulverize in the air. The enemy support down, and Giant X gives 4 over to Noah. His damage hurts like hell as Ice a good sidestep, but BDS are losing out on this Dragon, and Giant X with another Bramble smash are going to pick up their first Dragon of this game 3.
Noah commits the ultimate, knowing that with it he would have enough damage to secure the kill. Beautifully played by him. Jackie's
fate sealed misses onto Noah though. The third Q still connects. Noah's taking a lot of damage, and the flash on Jackie's.
Mojde ga ubi sad još, molim te. I on je heroj svih vremena.
Nuke is always at risk of being killed now in the 1v1. Even staying underneath this tower doesn't guarantee his safety. He's going to need that Seraph to get that shielding to provide him with that extra bit of safety. But for the time being, if Jackies had landed one more Q, if his ultimate had clipped onto Nuke, that would have been a dead Talia.
BDS, they want to fight the Herald at 2K.
BDS voli da gleda, to sam izvalio. Više ovako stoje okolo, chillaju i kao ajde gledamo kako pada objektiv. To su radili sa grabovima prethodnih game, to sad rade s Heraldom ovaj. I opet će biti na kraju isto kao da gledamo Navi.
Navi, idemo, Navi, opa. Evo ga putem mrta već.
Good shutdown and BDS using the globals well.
These are the type of plays that BDS need to be making. Getting that pick onto Jackies is massive. You get a nice gold injection, but it looks like that top tower is still going to go the way of GX. So GX looking to continue their proactivity on the map, making sure that they don't lose out even when BDS forces these plays.
It's 2.5k gold lead, but a shutdown onto a Pantheon is the best you can hope for here. BDS in this position. 3 grubs on GX means that this is slow for Nuke. He's got Paris to support him though, so with this long push, maybe Nuke's going to be okay. No, Isma's showing his face, Jun as well, TP2. Nuke will not get that turret, so it is no turret trade. That means the kill is the only...
Jedina stvar je što Gnar nije isti čempion kao što je nekad bio. Mislim, 1300 golda lida na Gnaru nije tako ogromno.
Dobro, jeste izgubio carry potencijal. Mislim, ali to je sa, ono, sa durability promjenama...
Nekad je bio onaj... Ne samo i prije toga, ono, Frozen Mallet je postojao, pa si mogao sa Gnarom da rundownuješ svakoga. Mislim, tada Gnar, kada bi imao 1000 golda lead i Frozen Mallet Black Cleaver i onda rundownuje svakog top lanera, zato što, kao, samo lomi.
Taj item je malo nefer sam po sebi, to moram da dodam.
Da, jako, mislim, baš je bio...
The Batman is coming. He's flying. As Isma flashes away, he knows he's got to get the hell out of dodge. Bukata needs to slow here, needs to stun onto Noah. Hail of arrows, his flash too. BDS finally warming up a little bit in this game as well.
Ajde, našli su nešto.
That he said, I need to be careful not to get bored, because that kind of play, like, that was an unnecessary play.
Bored, Betty. They were bored.
Mislim, taj play prolazi da Parus nije imao exhaust, ja mislim... Ne znam da li igra sa exhaustom ili ga je samo shufflovao tada. Mislim da ga je
shufflovao isto, da.
Da. A ne, igra se nije. Da, onda, ako ga je shufflovao, onda... Jeste, shufflovao ga ima heal sada. Ovdje na replayu. I onda ga je promenio u ghost.
Because he was CC'd forever. I mean, Talia Pantheon. One target gets chain CC'd for the rest of their life. Well, there's hope, Betty.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, look, 2 items now on Rooster.
I see it.
Actually,
he's gone full.
Has Lot based yet? Hang on, I gotta check if he's sitting
You do that while I talk to the audience, okay?
Are we sitting on about 1.3k gold? Because I'm like, he should have another complete item. I guess he does have the... Well, he has tier 2 boots.
This, by the way, we're talking backstage, you know, a lot of Aatrox builds coming forward. Usually like a Profane Hydra I've seen today has come forward as like a viable second item. The Voltaic Cyclo Sword, which is the biggest mouthful in League of Legends. Good slowing tool, I guess, when you want to chase and chase down. It's a... I mean, it's still a great item. I feel like Aatrox...
Dobro, o Voltaiku smo i pričali u stvari dosta.
He's got a lot of options available to him.
He does. He's very broken.
But that's what I mean. Okay, well, I don't know if I go that far.
He is. I mean, Sundered Sky...
Koliko bi mogao da bude dobro, koliko bi mogao da bude viable na nekim herojima. Jun ult forsiran.
Teleport je ovdje. A Lotu, mega... mega Gnar for me. Lele, čekaj, Aatrox. Živeo, holy moly, i Rooster isto.
He can't find anything. He can't find anything, right? Right. The steal onto Ice instead. Smite's going to come in. Bukata has it. And Dragon number 2 for BDS.
I mean, that was a well-played fight from BDS considering how it initially looked for GX. Of course, GX committed quite a lot once they CC'd 2 members in the brush. They thought that with those early 2 kills that the fight would be guaranteed, but then things just started to turn in BDS's favor. So you can see it's Jun that's the early target. Bukata's going to get knocked back into the team, and he's going to be isolated. Oh, but Varus gets... Oh, actually, no, he doesn't get isolated for very long. Bukata's the focus, a nice ultimate from Lots, then they combine the wombo combo, it's looking good, but then Ice on the backline just doing massive damage thanks to the Jin ulti. It turns into a 3 versus 3, and all of a sudden Isma's trapped in the pit without flash, so there's little he can do to get out. Jackies goes over the wall, gets a 2-person ult.
Ne znam, interesantno kako i u Lecu imamo onako kinda tier listu koja je očigledna, u smislu koje, I guess power ranking je bolja reč, gdje je svaka ekipa. I baš se onako vidi da rijetko bude neki upset.
My god, uzeo im je Izma Atakana.
Nisu gledali BL finale, očigledno za Atakana, što vam pričam.
Nisu gledali ni Cloud9 protiv Hunter Thieves, da je Cloud9 bukvalno bacio 5000 golda lead, pobeđen 5. game, tako što su krenuli da rade Atakana. Čekaj, Noah trollova malo. Nema vision.
A double for Lot in the meantime as we've got 2 alive from GX, 1 from BDS as we're scrapping in the junkyard again.
What an insane fight as the health bars get so low for both sides. Isma arrives to the fight late, but
kako bait objektiv, zašto to rade?
Ne znam, Atakan je jedan od najčudnijih objektiva koji su dodali, jer spona se kad se sponuva stari Baron, ali fore što nekako mislim da ljudi dalje misle da je Atakan isto koji Rift Herald. U smislu kao free objektive, radimo ga šta god, ako dođu trnemo i to je to. Ali Atakan lomi noge, ono, znači ti mu priđeš samo te šota. I baš se pitam koliko će dugo Atakan treba da postoji dok ljudi samo skapiraju koliko je objektiv u stvari jak i koliko bije.
And it ends up being, what, a 4 for 3 in GX's favor.
It was such nice spacing from Nuke and oh my goodness. Diddly doodly, holy moly. ISO flashing away. Hang on, in trouble. Trains of Corruption out of range. Redemption almost. Oh my god! By the tippy toe, Ice will survive.
Just barely is he able to get away as GX secure another tower. In the top lane though, Jackie's looking for a 1v1 against...
Tako, ništa, baš se biju.
No da nabaduju se. Mislim, prljava partija, ali zabavno prljava partija, ako ništa, kao što si rekao.
Jackie si živ! Nevjerovatno. Ali nema sad, nema bežanja, trebamo Jun da mu dođe da mu pomogne, ne znam da će stići Jun. Shield! Shield!
Jun gets a stun up, Lot coming in, up against the wall, Nuke getting baited, and Jackies is the master of them all.
Jackies! He was supposed to be caught in that top lane, but he turns it into a pick of his own. Nuke hungry to shut him down.
Ne znaju oni da je to sve bio bait.
Da, ne znamo ni mi. Nije znao ni Jackies da je to bio bait.
To su detalji.
Who is dictating the pace of the game? GX do have the gold lead, but we are devolving into chaos, and this is BDS's best avenue to get a game in this series.
Have you ever been on Space Mountain in Disneyland?
I have not.
Okay, it's dark inside the ride. It starts off light, and you go in, and there's just stars, but you have no idea what's going on.
I see.
It is one of the best roller coasters in the world. I think I did it in China. I can't remember.
We are on a roller coaster, that is for sure.
No, we are on Space Mountain, my friend.
14 to 13
I have no idea
kills.
What's going on.
The gold within touching distance. A lot of it sitting on this Gnar.
It is.
Pitaćemo se u budućnosti, da li si nekad gledao GX protiv BDS-a Game 3?
Something that can save lives. Seeing a bit of life steal as well. Third item just picked up for that bar as well as doing that too. Waiting for...
Vidi, kažem, podrška za nabadanje. Da je Navi jedna od ove dve ekipe, videli bi tačno 2,5 kila u ovom delu partije, tako da... Kažem, bar dobijamo fun lol.
BDS want to keep their dreams alive, their playoff run. How's it going to look? How's this series going to look for the rest of it? Nature's Grass connects, up the Dragon goes down. That's two apiece. Chains of Corruption you mentioned, it gets Paris. The poke is good, but no one really in severe range yet. Lot about to go to Meganar. BDS are getting collapsed upon, they're getting sandwiched. There's no way out. They have to go through this.
Neka komituju na jednu stranu, moraš komitovati na jednu stranu. Kada ti dolazi sa dve strane. Overloaduješ jednu od njih, samo moraš brzo napraviti odluku. A ne ovako čekaš da kolapsuju na kraju, da nemaš opciju nego da fajtaš. A mislim da timovi ne shvataju da trebaš da fajtaš fajtove, ono što bi se rekao kao on your page, na engleskom.
Jeste, da.
Ne da budeš forsiran u ovako nekako fajt. Znači, odaberi gde ćeš komitovati. Najbolje je na Lota, jer je on sam. Ali ako možete komitovati na drugu stranu pre nego što Lot stigne, ni to nije loša opcija. Jer je očigledno da ćete fajtati, nećete pobeći. Vidite ne samo koliko vas umire. Oh my god. Promašio je Q. Never mind. I on. A dobro.
I on promašio. Dok Basica, kad su dođu uklonili da ne može da maši Basica tekove, svi problemi i ono su rešeni.
Šta Pantheon radi?
The jungler that all series long has been second fiddle to Isma is taken down as well.
That's going to be a top tower for GX. That's looking to potentially even be the game. They have a wave in top, they have a wave in mid.
Koliko su se tukli ovaj game je 27 minuta samo.
Da, mislim, pričali smo o tome, stvarno se čini kao da ekipa BDS-a baš nema šta traži. Mislim, definitivno su bili bolji od ono dve botir ekipe, od SK i Navi, ali mimo toga vidi se da su jednostavno nisu na nivou ozlelih ekipa, čak i na nivou Giantsa koji se drže dobro protiv lowest tier ekipa, ali bilo šta kasnije postane dosta veliki problem, tako da... Šta da se radi?
A nije go bacio u fontanu.
Shut down over the eyes, but one Nexus turret gone as the Hex Blades to get out is so much faster than Nuke's ulti.
GX took so much from BDS. A few picks earlier in the jungle result in an inhibitor falling in BDS's base. They're looking to get back out on the map, get what gold they can, but this game feels done and dusted. It's a 7.6k gold lead.
Ne, nemaju šanse, mislim, tu nema šta, bukvalno. Waiting room da se vina game.
Waiting room za free match.
Vidi, i to je ugao, Sutra ćemo gledati dosta bolju seriju. Sutra i prekostra, u stvari, gledamo G2KC i onda koji Fanatic, tako da... Dobijamo onu stranu play-offa koju svi očekujemo.
Bila je neka drama.
Zašto?
Za G2 i KC.
Da, nisam
kao da je neko iz G2-a je ušao u Krim lobby od KC-a. Zato što još uvijek ne znaju ko će igrati mid. Niski ili Vladi.
Auuu. Pa to iskreno malo nije okej. Mislim, to je baš ono...
Tako da je neko ušao u lobby i onda su ovi iz G2-a rekli, ali kao svi dobijemo lobije sa istim šifrom, a kao na vama je da promenite. Kao vi ste to prvi radili.
To nisam znao, ali eto.
A da. A da. Ako da, ukoliko ste fan niskija, potencijalno niski može da igra. Šta pauziramo sada?
Pa ništa sad, more malo se pobune, pa ne mogu ni da gube. Pobeđuju. Tako to ide, ne?
I can see the ready checks. We'll see if we jump back into game.
Did BDS drop water? That's all I wanted. Did they do a Linsus?
Once we have more information, we will of course share it with you.
Zvaničnici iz nekog razloga nama je baza pocrkala skroz. Ali je ovo normalna interakcija.
Gubimo 2-0 i ovo izgleda će biti treći game. Sponzori su platili za malo više screen time-a, help us out. Mislim da neki Rio te rekao ljudi ono, molim vas ljudi, kao it's fine. Koji god problem imate, rešite ga posle partije.
Da. Nađite se u kupatilu pa rešite to direktno s igračima GX-a.
Neće vam ovdje 3 pauze pomoći.
Što je najsmješnije, Jackies je umro u fontani i sad ne mogu završiti game. Aj. Aj. Su ovaj turret već respawnovao, šta?
They're hitting. One more wave. Lots gonna go mega, and yeah, okay.
Ovi ljudi farmaju killove, no namjerno pustili turret da se respawnuje, mislim. Come on.
Treba im taj KDA, to je play.
Kako predobar komentar. You had us in the first half, you had us in the second. A šta onda?
Vitality and GX.
Odlično.
It's going to be an interesting playoffs for sure, as this team has demonstrated that they can convert those early game leads into convincing performances. Very well played by GX.
They were great.
And commiserations to BDS. This will be an end to their year, a challenging year for the organization as they've gone through many roster iterations. But today is GX's day.
It really is. They should be proud. You can vote for your player of the series at now.
You can vote for your key player of the series. Isma, Noah, or Jern.
Treba da spomene i Q, da. Mislim, ne znam, iskreno...
I think it should be Isma, quite frankly. I would understand those voting for Noah. He also had...
Nezgodno, dosta nezgodno i dalje, mislim, ekipa, kao što smo rekli, BDS-a stvarno jesu okej, ali to je manje više sve što su. S druge strane, ekipa Giantsa stvarno i protiv najboljih, i protiv KC-a, i protiv Meda i protiv G2-a su u ligijemu stvari pokazali da imaju zube i da stvarno mogu nešto da urade. Ali opet kažem, mislim da jednom kad odu na top 4, plašim se da ćemo eto vidjeti, quote me on this što bi se reklo, ali Giantsi koji se drže jako dobro u early game-u, izgledaju jako solidno i onda dođe u jednom trenutku neki mid to late gde trebaju da se rotiraju po mapi i da igraju mapu protiv boljih ekipa i mislim će tu samo biti mnogo veliki problem. To je ono što ja vidim kao opciju ovdje, iskreno.
Da, mislim, verujem da će čim dođu protiv ekipe koja ima malo bolje mid game i malo bolje u ideju kako da igra makro, da je to. Kao, izgubit će.
I isto mislim, nažalost, jer kao, krivo mi je, navijam za Giants, još sam baš hypovan za Giants i kad su krenuli da kad je ono Jackies ušao i sve to, bilo mi je baš cool da vidimo Jackiesa koji igra LEDs, ali jednostavno nemam pojma. Ekipa koja je ekipa, previše puta me prehypovala, previše puta se ništa nije dogodilo i...
Možda su popravili neke stvari, ko zna.
Vidjet ćemo, slušamo intervju svako, mi smo gotovi s prenosom za danas, nastavljamo akciju sutra. I kao što smo rekli, sad su tu Fnatic, Koi, G2 i Med za sljedeća 2 dana. Tako da čeka nas brutalan LOL, od nas je to, vi uživajte intervju.
I mean, same for me, I knew we will win, but I have to say I let myself go today. I was kind of hinting, not gonna lie, but yeah, I mean, I had this guy to carry the game, so I was fine.
I love how you have that excuse ready after every game.
Yeah, of course.
It do be like that sometimes. But let's talk about this one specifically because a lot of discussion has been going on around the mid games when it comes to GX and how you guys get that early game lead. You don't necessarily have the chances to translate it. But it felt like this series specifically, you guys really were able to bring back those mid games and they were absolutely flawless. So what's been the driver force behind that, Jackies?
I mean, I think it went kind of from both sides because I think BDS, I know they are going home now, so I don't want to like full trash talk them, but I feel like they were not doing anything in the game. And it's even from objectives, we came and they just kind of watched us and just hoped we will do a mistake. So I would say it was not hard to do, but I think in scrims that's our main focus, right? And yeah, I'm glad it's getting better.
It is, and you guys with that qualify for playoffs. Noah, there is a possibility that you play Fnatic in the playoffs bracket. Are you excited for that?
I'm honestly, on spring we lost, so I want to revenge, and I think I have a really good competitor now, because I think me and John are playing like fry mode now, so I want to meet anyone like we can win, I think.
I love the confidence. You guys are so locked in, ready for the playoffs. But also, Jackies, when we're looking at GX specifically, feels like people have been downplaying you guys quite a bit, especially in summer. Why do you think that is?
I actually don't know why that is, but I think I don't really care personally. Like, if they want to doubt us, then I don't really mind. But yeah, I think it's maybe because we threw a lot of games, right? And that's the inconsistency that we have and I have. And yeah, it's just fixing those small mistakes. And I think we can take anyone in the league.
How are you going to fix those small mistakes then? Because now, you know, a spot for Worlds is out there.
I mean, that's a good question, right? I think it's just working on it in scrims and just being disciplined. I think it's simple as that.
When it comes to discipline and it comes to scrims, Noah, how are you making sure that you translate your scrim results, which are good, into the live here on stage?
I mean, honestly, I think these days scrim was like not that great like before, but I think we will learn more up from lose, I think, because I think lose gave us more like learning, so I think it's good, yeah.
Learning from your mistakes.
Yes,
That's exactly what we love to see here. Jackie is ahead of playoffs. You're talking about fixing some of these smaller mistakes because obviously the spot for Worlds is on the line. But is there anything or any player individually that you are really looking forward to playing?
I mean, I couldn't play against Poby right yet, so I want to see what he can bring. And yeah, I hope I meet him instantly. And I just want to see what happens on mid.
Wait, so are you praying on the Fnatic downfall against MKOI?
Of course. Everyone wants Fnatic to lose, I think. So.
Oh, but because you want to play against them, right?
Yeah, that's the reason, yeah.
Yes, okay, of course.
I will revenge for Marek, actually.
So revenge for Marek, actually.
I'm joking.
That's a really good point. But Noah, as well for you, looking ahead in the playoffs, looking a spot for Worlds maybe, what are you going to focus on now?
I mean, we still like have some issue that like communication, I think, still, so I will probably focus on that, and yeah, that's it.
Well, you focused and really locked in today, and with that, you are getting the Kia Player of the Series. Can we hear it for Noah, guys?
Woo! Thank you.
Congratulations again on the win and qualifying for playoffs. That's us done over here on the stage. We're going to be heading over to PGL with Laura, who's standing by with lots. So, girlie, take it away.